One at a time, and we'll get the job done. Y'all know what to say. On three. 1, 2, 3.
And the home of the Jets.
Mr. Primetime.
Quite the day on Jets Twitter. How you doing?
Happy Halloween, man.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. You never know what could happen on Halloween. So what's up, everybody? Our third amigo was here. Where the hell did he just go?
He left already.
What's up,
You
Trevor?
You don't want to fight again this week.
The trade deadline has come and gone. A lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement, a lot of hoopla, a lot of fanfare, and nothing.
At least they had a lot of conversations.
Yeah,
They talked with a lot of teams,
Talked about a lot of teams, about a lot of positions, about a lot of players is what we did.
I'm not even mad about it, though. I kind of expected it. Next year's the year they're going all in.
Yeah, I mean, you only have holes at wide receiver and offensive line. I mean, no big deal. No big deal. Nobody trades linemen, right?
Well, you signed somebody, so it's not like they didn't get anybody.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. Yeah, I mean, they got Roger Saffold. Obviously, he's got ties. He's the offensive line coach. They all know who he is. Old veteran guy, tough, physical. Of course, didn't play well last year, but you're not going to get guys that are great, that are free agents right now. There's a reason why they're there. So I think if anything, you're going to expect a ton of moves for a practice squad, moving up, moving down, just tinkering out. My boy Tanzel Smart.
About time.
About time.
I was fired up to hear that one.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So what we do is we got to bring on the third amigo we haven't talked to in a while. What's up, Trav? You guys make Monday, Tuesday badass.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Elmo, if you're the Elmo that's on Twitter, which I'm not sure if you are or not, because there's a Twitter Elmo. But if you are that Elmo, congratulations to you and your wife, man, about having a baby. If it's not you,
there's multiple Elmos out there. So.
I was wondering if it's consistently the Elmo that's this one. Man. Yeah, that Elmo had a baby, so that's all I know. Yeah, see, exactly. So we don't know if that's the real one. Surprising that I got to say hello to Elmo and Big Bird and try to figure out who they are. But so now we got to bring on the third amigo. Wait, hold on. Flying from Montreal to Vegas for a Sunday night game. My man, let's go. I can't wait.
Like I'm the only one that's going to be missing out.
Yeah, I'll be there. I may not actually. Now they kept it a night game too. I may not even see the game at that point.
Better have some videos for us.
Of course, man. I'm not like you. I'll have all kinds of videos. I'll have the tailgate. I'll have the Saturday night party. We'll be doing interviews there from Vegas.
Okay.
Live from
yeah.
All right. What's up, third amigo?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Oh shit, he's all serious.
Oh yeah.
Nah, not at all.
Your negativity, bro.
I had I had dental surgery a couple of days ago, and I had got some stitches, and so I bust my stitches open. I took something before I got on the show. So I'm not doing the whole show. I'm just coming on for a little bit. Nah, man, seriously. I busted my stitches open. My aunt passed away, and I got a little emotional. So I bust my thank you. Her service is tomorrow, but I bust the stitches open. Idea. Yeah, I bust the stitches open.
Did you post that? Did you post it? I had no idea.
Nah, bro. I just kind of
with your family, dude. I had no idea.
Thank you, man. That's my favorite aunt too. So it's been real hard, man. The family's really taking it kind of difficult, man. So I appreciate it though. But I appreciate if I wasn't in all this pain though. Like this has been the big bro. This shit's been crazy. Like I got a dry socket. So and the dentist was like, he's like, man, you're a real tough guy. He said, most people come in here crying. I said, yo, I had to go through this shit with like 4 days, bro. Like it was miserable, bro. So thank you so much. First, dude. Yeah, man, bro, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I had got a tooth removed, a motor in the back and up top, and then they put stitches in. And he was like, how do you bust the stitches out? I said, bro, I don't even know, dude. But it was like that pain level, like it was a 10 for like 3 days. Hey, man, everybody, I appreciate it so much, man. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And I really do. My family, you know, we're kind of going through a dark time. You know, y'all guys knew what I was going through. You know, it just recently happened. So I appreciate it and all the prayers and stuff. But
so, you know, Tyrone, you know, I'm not a dentist by no means, but I have a remedy for your problems. That
Tyson, you know, I know what you're gonna say, right? But this is the whole problem with that remedy that you got, right? So he put me on an antibiotic because he didn't want me to
even
get
better.
You can't drink on antibiotics.
You cannot. That's it. You see, you understand prime time.
No. See, this is where this
He's
is
not a doctor, but he did stay at a Holiday Inn. Or he's going to stay at a Holiday Inn.
This is why you're both rookies. This whole you can't drink on antibiotics is horseshit. It gives you the extra touch you need to offset the pain.
This is exactly how we get demonetized on YouTube.
You don't drink all of it. You don't drink excessive. You just do a little touch to it.
Hey, bro, I wish I could just show you guys all of this shit I'm on. And this is the bad part, though. I'm gonna really be honest with you. Tomorrow, I'm getting fucked up tomorrow. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like we went to the liquor store, bro. We got like 7 bottles. We're getting plastered tomorrow. By 2:30, I'm gonna be drunk as shit. I mean, I need that.
Man. Be safe.
Nah, man, it's cool. We're family, bro. So it's gonna be good. But thanks everybody, man. I appreciate it. I love you guys, and let's get with it, man.
Take it. Like you just kind of rinse it up in your mouth and you swallow it.
Smooth, put it on like a Q-tip and like dab it back there.
Prime time. Do you hear this guy, man? Like, yo, this is just bad, bro.
Because I'm here to help the pain, man. I'm here to help the pain. Anybody can say, don't drink on antibiotics. That's a chicken shit thing to do. It's like, you can't do that. Who wants to follow the rules? I want to get rid of the pain, right?
Just know tomorrow, man. I'm not taking nothing because I'm getting plastered. So
I think Tyrone's well aware that there's like certain gummies that you could take to get rid of the pain. Actually give you better feelings.
Prime time. Listen, you guys know my son, so you already know he didn't. Hey, Dad, you need one of these? No, I don't, Poppy. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Because he has every remedy that you could think of downstairs. So I'm telling you.
So then the question is, tomorrow you're gonna be drinking and getting drunk, right?
I'm getting pissed off tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow's conveniently Wednesday, which is Let's Talk Jets Facebook Wednesday. Are you doing a drunk Facebook Live?
I don't know, bro. I might jump on tomorrow if I'm up a little plastered, but tomorrow, man, y'all gonna have to excuse me on that one. It's been a rough week or so for me, bro. I'll be honest with you. Now I don't want to keep nobody down, and I want everybody to stay up and be positive, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want nobody feeling bad for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a big boy, and you know what I'm saying. Everybody deals with this. Prime time, you went through what you went through, Tyson. You have your parents, and you're going through what you're going through. And the biggest thing, the biggest thing I would say is the dark places you get into when you get down like that. You know, because I isolate myself and I keep myself away from people, and that's not the remedy that you need to be doing when you get like that. And I got on prime time about doing the same thing, and then I end up doing it myself. And then you find yourself in a place where you start getting to that level where you need to get out the house and go speak to somebody. So I was lucky enough to have some great people come by, check on me and just, what I'm saying, keep me motivated. And being around family, I'm gonna tell you, bro, this is the hardest thing in the world is watch your mom cry. There's nothing you can do about it, bro. There's no feeling in the world that makes you feel worse than that right there. And then I know myself, so I get to the point to where, when I get mad, my tolerance gets low. So I get in one of those moods where I'm looking for something. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you're looking for somebody just to do something. But luckily, man, I got some good tools. I got some of my lodge brothers came by and bought food and sat with me. So I've been good, man. So I've been I got a ton of these right here. And the guy smokes cigars, but these sweet bottom Betty's are absolutely. I can't smoke one of them yet, bro. But I'm telling you, I got a whole box of them. So as soon as
when you unleash, you're gonna unleash.
Oh man, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Listen, tomorrow, bro, I'm getting right tomorrow, bro. I promise you that.
But see, you know what? And while you're going through all this, which is very difficult, you had to watch the very difficult Jet-Giant game on Sunday, which didn't brighten anybody's spirits. So it's just like adding insult to injury at that point. It was shit football.
I'm going to say this, prime time. I know last time I was on the show that it was some complete, absolute chaos. And as everybody said their favorite section, like, what the hell? Like, but,
that's on your
t-shirt. Yeah, that's absolutely. But, and the thing about it, and I'm going to say this right here, and I'll start here with this right here. Prime time. When he plays good, I'm going to give him praise, and when he plays bad, I'm going to adjust on it. He played absolutely horrible that game. I'm sorry, everyone's looking at the 2 or 3 throws, but being 1 for like 25 on third down does not help this team. I don't know what they're going to do. I started looking at it, and I'm hoping that this kid, You know, I'm hoping that this. I thank you, man. I'm hoping that this kid
Xavier
finds
Newman?
his way. No, just Zach. I'm hoping that he
Oh.
finds his way to just be able to be more efficient. You know, I mean, this is such a good team and a great defense, and losing 2 centers in one game is absolutely just crazy.
Well, that's gonna be that, but that's where it starts, Tyrone. Like, all right, they stole a win. They got away with it, ugly, whatever it is. They're 4-3. They won 3 in a row, but now you're playing a very good Chargers team with Bosa, Khalil Mack, all these guys. I'm guessing Tippmann's gonna be the center because there's no other way why they're not signing anybody right now, right? I mean, am I crazy here? Like unless they can put Xavier Newman back out there again, but
he was serviceable, and I mean,
yeah,
you're not going to face
but if you're gonna,
more than what you faced with Dexter Lawrence up the middle. So,
but if you're not making any moves, like I didn't expect any trades today. I kind of expected all that, but like you would think they start tinkering with the practice squad, like go get a legitimate guy that's played center before.
Yeah,
right.
Where are you going to get that guy though?
Oh boy,
maybe it's Tippmann.
Oh boy, well see, Tippmann is for what my understanding is. I'm sorry, somebody just told me my voice is cracking. I apologize. I do apologize.
Bro. Unacceptable.
Yeah, I know, man. It's been through a lot, bro. If you knew what I did to get on this show tonight, you'll understand. But the thing about Tipton is that he's not ready. I think he's like 1 or 2 more weeks out. Probably, am I correct with that? Like he's a week away, so I don't see him starting at all.
You know what?
All I know is never trust anything that Salah says in the injury report.
No, but you got to do the opposite. If they say he's close, that means he's out 5 weeks. If they say he's not sure, that means he's playing. You got to do like you always do the opposite what Salah says. But if Tippmann doesn't play, man, this offensive line, like I understand what you're saying about Zach, but it starts and ends the offensive line. If you can't run the ball and can't protect them, you're going to see another 9 or 10 point game out of this offense.
It's going to be bad.
And I'm wondering how long it's going to take Saffold to get ready. I mean, is he immediately going to be dressing this Sunday? Like, is he in football shape already?
What I'm thinking prime time is going to be, I don't think he plays Monday. I think he plays against the Raiders. I think they'll keep him on the practice squad for a week to get him acclimated and then play. Like, this is the scary part, man. Like
Trevor Siemian plan.
Yo, bro, we damn near out of lineman. What's the guy we got from Green Bay? What's his name?
Billy Turner.
But Billy Turner's playing guard. Like, you know what I mean? What are we doing here, bro? Like, we have that many injuries. We're that decimated.
Low on humans.
Yes, bro, absolutely, all the way around. And then decent humans that can block it and get things done. And
it gets funny because Dwayne Brown coming back doesn't necessarily help anything because he doesn't affect. Like we need guards and centers. He plays tackle and he only plays left tackle. So it's not even like Carter Warren's a project. Carter Warren's not going to play. Dwayne Brown's not going to play. You have these guys hanging out that are they have no value right now because you need other positions.
And it's scary. It's actually scary, man, because I'm going to lie to you, man. Becton plays good in spots, but then he plays so bad, bro. Like he gets beat with these speed pass rushers and trying to watch him just get ran passes. But you know what, Tyson? I'm not gonna blame Becton because a good offensive coordinator would put a tight end over there, chip block, a linebacker. I mean, I've never seen a coach not adjust to pass rushers. Like you don't put a tight end over there. You don't chip block. I mean,
they're going empty. That's what we were talking about during the game. I'm like, once Thibodeau gets his second sack and you see Becton struggling, which Becton had a propensity to struggle against speed rushers on the edge, which we talked about last year, the last 2 years. It's like, all right, you make adjustments. Put a tight end over there, running back in the backfield, put Bawden back there. Don't go empty backfield. Like at one point, Dexter Lawrence was manhandling Newman and Thibodeau was running past Becton. You have 2 guys that can't be blocked, and you have Zach an empty back to run for his life. Yeah. Like, what are we doing? Like, at least
that was the same story with the Cowboys with Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons, yep.
So it's just like it's almost like the way Salah is stubborn with certain things on defense. Hackett seems to be the same stubbornness on offense, where it's like, well, figure it out. Like, well, this is our plan. This is what we're going to go with. And they've made other adjustments in the past, but like, dude, like it just doesn't make any sense here. And it's just. And I'm fascinated because now this offensive line is going to be tested big time, dude. Like you have, and the thing is, you have 3 tight ends that are good. You have to go jumbo and go ground the pound and smash mouth. And what you can do is all the tight ends we have can all catch the freaking football, so they can actually go out in routes if you have to. You can have a running back. Like it may not be pretty, but desperate times, desperate measures. Don't run the same fucking offense with half the offensive line.
This upcoming week, though, Bosa on one side, Khalil Mack on the other. If you're going to give help, who are you giving it to? Max Mitchell or Mekhi Becton?
My liver.
I would just go 2-3 tight end sets all game. I mean,
no, I would I would go more with Max Mitchell, but I'm going to say this right here though. This is the good thing about San Diego. You know, they only have like 4 pass rushers, so those guys play the whole game. So if you can weather the storm through the third or fourth quarter, they're going to win.
We only have 2 offensive linemen.
But the biggest issue I'm starting to see is that Hackett's not creating disadvantages. Like why aren't you going with like a Cook and a Brees in the backfield together? Just throw something different at these people they haven't seen before. Like you're trying to run the ball when they got 7 in the box. You know what I'm saying? They're daring you to pass the ball, and you won't do it. You won't come up with anything creative. I mean, like you're doing these reverses with the young guy, but you know what I'm saying, what about the pass on that? You know, throw something different to keep this honest. Like Zach plays better at off schedule, so do some off schedule stuff. Prime time, you've been saying this for a week.
He plays better up tempo. He plays better up. There he goes. And the one time that they did take a shot down the field with the Malik Taylor pass, they got the flag on it.
But the thing is, but Tyrone, but the thing we were talking about yesterday was like, it seems like Hackett has this 15-yard offense. They only throw passes within this little 15-yard little box, and that's it. They don't stretch it out. They don't go deeper. They don't go longer, and that's hindering everybody because the defense can start jumping your routes. They're not worried about the deep threat. We don't throw deep. And if they know that, it's similar to when Chad Pennington was here. You knew he wasn't going to throw more than 20 yards. You start jumping routes. You get more physical. You get more aggressive because you have no fear of anything. The only thing they fear right now is Garrett Wilson. All right, you slide coverage over to him. That's all you got to do. Who else are you worried about? So it's like at some point, play action pass, air it out. You have
Unless that just shows how literally scared they are of letting Zach just rip it. Which,
you can't win like that.
Yep,
I agree, because the one time that they actually did kind of open it up was the Chief game, where they were actually letting it go around. And he made some throws.
But you remember the preseason game when he hit Malik Taylor for the deep pass to Aaron Rodgers?
2-step drop, and he just let it go.
Where's that play?
3 seconds in the pocket. Yep. I agree. I was calling for that during the Giant game.
Yeah, and you know what's so
touch the field.
And you know what else is so scary too? Like I really didn't realize how short we are on receivers, man. Like this is really bad, bro. Like your boy can't catch, man. Like he'll make the amazing catch.
One instead of McDonald.
Man,
like
McDonald, you know what? Prime time. You know what? I'm gonna have to be honest with you, bro. You're absolutely correct, because we listen. We thought we didn't need because we didn't see Corey Davis retiring. No one saw that. But we really are a down receiver. Listen, Wilson is all we have. There's no Lazard. I'm telling you, man, this guy, I thought he was going to be. I thought he was so much better than what he is. But at what
point do you give Brownlee a shot, though? Like he lit it up all preseason training camp.
He should be playing.
You can't be afraid to play the kid just because he's undrafted. He's had plenty of time now to sit and watch the offense.
The way Zach throws the ball, the kid goes for the 50-50 ball. He's the kind of receiver you want on the field. He's long, he's lanky, he's physical.
What he did all training camp, and there were a few plays he did it against Sauce too. So it's not like he was doing it against nobodies.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. What also bugs me, man, is like, why not put Garrett Wilson in the slot? He's a mismatch for everybody. Why are you just leaving this kid? Listen, I understand that the kid is that good, but move him around and make this easier for us. I watch how Lazard he drops simple passes, or he does simple things, and Cobb cannot be our go-to guy on third down. That's just a recipe for disaster, man.
I'd like to see them use Garrett Wilson the same way the Cowboys use CeeDee Lamb again.
That's what I'm talking about.
They just move them all over the field, constantly in motion.
Yes.
Like I think they try to envision Gibson in that slot role. But if he's not 100%, then you got to figure something else out.
No, prime time, you absolutely, and that's what I want. That's what I want them to do. You use Garrett in a CeeDee Lamb role. Listen, CeeDee Lamb gets 10 catches a game. Because the Dallas lacks. The Dallas have the same problem that we have when it comes to receivers. You know what I'm saying? So you use your best receiver and you move them around. You create mismatches because they're not following him like that. And also, when I saw Rucker on the field, I thought Rucker was on the field to help out with Mekhi Becton and help out with Mitchell, but they didn't use him like that. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Rucker is absolutely physical as hell when it comes to blocking. The kid's amazing, man. So I like the fact that they're giving him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see the running game do more. But listen, everyone know we run it.
The running game ain't gonna happen, dude. The running game. You know what's gonna happen now? Every team's gonna be like, you know what? Stack the box, push around this offensive line, and dare Zach to beat us. And if Zach can't do it, then there's no reason. Like, this passing offense hasn't shown the ability to consistently beat a team with his arm. They can't. So until he shows he can do it, they're going to keep attack the offensive line, attack Zach Wilson, get after it, blitz, smack him around. So A, you got to block better. B, you got to catch the fucking football, and C, you got to call better play calls. Like the one thing last night, and I know somebody today I watched on YouTube was saying the same thing. It was like, we're ripping Zach for a lot of things, But there are times where the receivers aren't literally getting open, where they're rolling coverage to Garrett Wilson, and you see Lazard, these guys sitting there like they're covered. There's nobody open. It's like, well, then what scheme are we running? Because this is some of the things that, if you talk to Bronco fans, the frustration they had with Hackett in Denver is some of the shit we're saying now, and it's like wonderful. So now, was that just the Aaron Rodgers effect? Because Aaron Rodgers can audible out and do his own thing.
But that also goes back to my point last night about him actually throwing guys open, being able to hit those tight window throws, which he doesn't take the chances. It looks like he's scared to. Maybe that's part coaching also.
That's coaching.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
And there were several times still where he did have open guys where he was back to the dirt ball throws, which he had gotten rid of for a few weeks. We saw that come back against the Giants. Whether maybe that's fine.
Well,
but that has to happen Monday night.
But the thing you said, like the dirt ball throw was horrific, the Breece Hall. But the thing I literally, and I've been wrong a million times, everybody points it out, but I literally think that Saleh and Hackett have put the reins on him where like there's like they have the fear of him, like you're not taking those chances. Like you have to have 1,000% confidence in the read you're making to make the throw. If you have any doubt in your mind, throw it away. Like he don't take chances. Like the only time he takes chances is when they're fucking losing. Like the Chief game, they open up because like when the Jets get desperate, when the offense is that when they know they definitely have to score points, they say, you know what, kid, let it rip. If the game's gonna be close, they reel them in. It just seems like they don't. I don't know. I get a weird feeling about this one. I don't know why.
The problem is, and we said this on the show for weeks, man, you cannot play a game to lose and not to win. You can't coach like that. You can't be
scared to lose. Yep.
Yo, listen. We understand that the kid is frantic. You know what I'm saying? We understand that some games he'll come out and he'll play real well, and some games he doesn't. I watched the game where the kid takes sacks where you can't take sacks at, bro. That was really too bad. That was too bad sacks that he shouldn't have took. Get rid of the football. Like I understand that, you know. And then a lot of time we're blaming the line, but listen, this offense is geared to one, two, back foot the ball out your hand. He's trying to hold on to the ball. If you watch, whenever he gets the ball out of his hand quickly, he makes good and accurate reads. When the kid tries to hold on to the ball, that's the problem, man. Our line is not strong enough to block for 4 or 5 seconds. You can't do that.
You just got to be more. You got to be more aggressive with the passing game, dude. You just have to. And I'll keep saying it. If you're scared to do that, like right now they're winning, but they're winning maybe with them, maybe whatever you're doing. But now where the offensive line is right now, he has to be more of a contributor because they need it. Offensive line's banged up. You've got to be a leader, emerge, and become a playmaker for his team because we need to score more than 10 points a week. You have to.
And that's why I don't know if there's going to be a sense of urgency to change anything because they found a way to win the last 3 weeks.
It's not.
I've been saying
that for weeks. I don't think it's sustainable either. But if Saleh believes in this defense, which we know he does, they might continue to try to play like this.
They lose. If they lose games, if they lost that Giant game, dude. If they lost that Giant game, this demeanor of this show would be 10 times different.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They are getting lucky right now. And now it's like, all it's going to take is a 31-13 drought, bomb out by the Chargers. Like, oh, what happened to the offense? What happened to this? It's been happening all along. They've been getting away with great defense and great special teams. And now it's coming. Even Joe Douglas said it today. He's like, I expect the offense to be better. I expect it to be better. It has to be. It's one of the worst in football right now. So you have a team ready to win, great special teams, great defense. You have playmakers, find a way. And if Zach can't do it, guess what? Trevor Siemian, next man up. That's it.
You can't listen. The problem with it is this, man. And we realize that Zach is going through his whatever he's going through. Like he has improved from what he was, but then he falls back in these traps where he doesn't get the ball done. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Like you watch a team like San Francisco, they scheme guys open, and it kills me that Hackett doesn't come up with something like that.
If you got a quarter, Tyrone.
Exactly.
You watch Brock Purdy though. Brock Purdy, he knows exactly where the ball is going. Look, throw. Look, throw. There's no thinking there, dude. He's getting rid of the ball.
That's what we want for Zach. If you have a quarterback that you don't trust to push the ball down the field, then you give the guy 1 read, 2 reads, throw the ball away or take off running. That's all you got to do. You simplify the offense, which is already dumbed down for him anyway, but you cannot have it to where you just have this kid drop. Listen, we can't go 1 for 23 on 3rd down conversion. That is crazy.
Second 2 and 15.
Yo, listen, that is not.
And listen, over the last 3 weeks, I think it's like 7 of 38 or something.
In prime time, what do we do on 1st down, Tyson? What play do we run on 1st down?
I don't even know. Usually run 3rd and long pass, or no, that's not fair. Or they throw a 3-yard pass. They do that. Like Tyrone, the thing that drives me
crazy, play action dump offs drive me nuts.
The play action, and I'll tell you, I'll keep saying it. Zach Wilson's play action pass fake is phenomenal. It's gotten so much better. Yeah. He hides the ball well. He looks, and you're like, shit, there's got to be something open. 4-yard fucking pass. Like, bro, how is it nothing downfield?
Yeah.
Because they're not looking for it. It's gotten so much better. Like, take these shots. Like, how is this?
Yep.
And the thing that drives me crazy, and we've talked about this for fucking 2 years now, it's like every other passing offense, no matter what level of quarterback it is, Minshew, Tyson Bagent, whoever you want.
Will Levis.
The passing offense looks easy. Like when you drop back to pass, the quarterback looks comfortable. The ball gets out. Everybody's making plays. Our offense looks like it's got to be a Picasso for it to work. It doesn't look smooth ever. How many passes did he throw on Sunday? 30 something passes. I'd say maybe 5 or 6 look comfortable. The rest are like, holy shit, did it complete it? What happened?
And the crazy part is you have a defense that can actually bail you out. You throw the ball up 50 yards, it gets picked off. You can trust more often than not the defense is going to get it right back for you.
Yes, sir.
You can afford to take those chances, I feel like.
We've only given up 2 touchdowns in the second half all season long. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, and the thing about it is this though. Listen, I mean, if you're gonna do one thing bad, you got to be good at the other thing. So if you're gonna keep this kid in the box, you got to be able to run the football. That's the only way that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? You can't have.
That's how you protect Sanchez. If you look at Mark Sanchez got away with it because you had Thomas Jones running for 120 yards a game or whoever it was. You had ground the pound. You're running the ball for 180 yards a week. Then you'd be like, you know what? If Breece Hall's getting 100, like when they were winning last year, Breece Hall was getting 100 yards a game. You're mauling people. Then you had the defense had to account for the running game. You had to worry about it. Right now, they're not worried about shit. They're worried about Breece Hall's speed and Garrett Wilson, but we can't do anything with them consistently.
And that wasn't a good call by Hackett on the Breece Hall play. That was an amazing fucking play by Breece Hall. That's what that was. That was a elusive. Absolutely, that was all Breece Hall. Yes, I mean it wasn't like he made the right call. Breece Hall did an amazing, phenomenal job on that run. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. And I just got to say this: this kid is absolutely one of the best running backs I think that just probably ever had next to Curtis Martin. This kid is that guy, man. He is absolutely a fucking monster. And it goes back to Joe Douglas. Like, listen, there's no possible way. The one thing that you were in prime time, I'm gonna give you credit for this because you've been saying this shit all off season. O-line. And how would you have the greatest quarterback to ever hit Jets franchise and put him in front of the offensive line that we have when they were all healthy? It wasn't a good offensive line. You know what I'm saying? So
they took calculated risk, and a lot of it's blown up in their face. But the thing is funny is
it is.
We would question this shit. We would talk about it day in and day out, right?
The 2 biggest things we talked about were the offensive line and the backup quarterback. And here we are. There he goes again.
It's a Halloween show right now. There he goes. Off he goes.
Bro, I have my phone to do not disturb, bro. That still get calls through. I do not understand how that's even possible. But okay. But no, man, it just gives prime time. You were right. Tyson, you were right as well. We've been talking about O-line, the backup quarterback. Travis Simeon is my backup quarterback, and then my O-line is in shambles. So I have a question. When Brown comes back, what do? Do you move back into the right side?
Nope.
I mean, what do you do? Because I don't think it's fair to him when he gets comfortable to just move the kid. I don't think that makes sense.
Honestly, I think it all depends on how Max Mitchell looks. If Mitchell looks okay and he could potentially be a starting option for next year, you leave him alone. If not, you try out Brown on the right side. I'm leaving Becton at left tackle right now.
Yeah, I would too.
Unless it looks like a disaster the next few weeks.
Well, yeah, unless Mitchell's getting completely torched and you're like, all right, Jesus. But see, it's like you don't even know, dude, because now you have a right guard next to him. You're like, who's the right guard? How's the right guard playing? Is the right guard actually, you know how like the guard plays like shit, the tackle looks even worse because they can't get together. So you don't even know what they're
musical chairs.
And the one thing about it is I'm so sad about is Tippin is hurt. Because we were hoping that he would get in and be our starting quarterback anyway. Because I think he did an amazing job at guard. I think he'll do an amazing job at center. But I don't want to rush the kid back if the kid is not healthy. And hopefully he can stay healthy for the rest of the season. But now you got to find 2 more backup for your center. I mean, you can't just go. Listen, bro. I've never seen a game. I don't know if you guys have as well, where both back the center and then the backup center went down. Bro, I was like, yo, who is this kid that we brought up? Yo, we just brought him off the practice squad. Yo, he's been here like a week. Like what?
Bro, I didn't know who Newman was. I'm like Newman. Like what? It's like a Seinfeld episode. Like what the hell is this shit?
But he played well though.
I saw T. Hayes out there against the Eagles. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yo, he played well though, man. So you know what I'm saying. So I wasn't mad with it, and they were able to adjust. But it's just like, man, you know. you can't imagine this happening. And then like not having a receiver, bro. Like I'm just looking at it, man. Like without Wilson, man, if Wilson goes down, it's a wrap, bro. I mean, it's like this kid is like all we had. And then I thought Lazard would be so much better. I thought we were getting a solid veteran contributor. I didn't think he was a number one.
We gotta be calling Corey Davis up. Like Corey Davis, what's up, man? How you feeling? Things going right with the family?
Yo, give him his full contract.
Absolutely. I thought he was a solid number 2, but he's more like a number 3. And you know what I'm saying? And then, you trade Hartman, and then it's like, Gibson is just not ready. I mean, he's great for the screens and stuff like that, but I don't think you can use him like that.
Bro,
then,
but Pyro, it's the perfect storm though, right? Because you trade Hardman, Cobb gets hurt, Lazard's struggling, like Irv Charles gets hurt. It's like all of a sudden this,
don't say Gibson's not ready. He surpassed Hardman according to everybody.
Hey, no, they said that. I didn't say that. They said that BS. And then the funny part is, so listen. So I was watching the game last night, right? And I'm just doing some pre-scouting, right? I said, okay, so we get past San Diego, which is going to be a hard ass task. We can run the ball on the Raiders, but their defense is good as shit too. They got a pretty solid defense. You know what I'm saying?
Crosby's gonna have like 30 sacks.
Hey, but Tyson,
animal.
The funny part is though, we could that game plan with Grease running against Denver up the middle, they were killed. That kid was killing them last night. So that's something we can look forward to. But we don't know who our offensive line is going to be in 2 weeks. We don't even know how we're going to get through Monday. So
we don't know it's going to be on Monday.
Bro, we're one injury away from, Thomas Hennessy being the starting center, bro.
No, bro. We're crazy. No, hold on. We're one injury away from getting your fucking ass in New Jersey. Be like, all right, Tyrone, you got to suit up, man. You'd be like, Tyrone, get some tequila in your mouth.
I'm sure Mango could still do it.
Fix that too. Let's go.
Exactly. Hey, listen, I could probably play guard though, bro. I could just stand there and block somebody, but playing center, bro. I want to see Tipton. Listen, wouldn't it be amazing if Tipton comes in and plays well, and then we just transition from that smooth transition to him just being a guy? Yeah, I know that prime time. That's what I was saying. And the funny part is that's the one thing I didn't want to play the kid at guard because something like this to happen. You know what I'm saying? This is why I was
playing good at guard though.
No. He got injured though, Tyson. That was the point I didn't want to happen. I wanted the kid to be ready when it's time to be ready to make that smooth transition over. Yeah, I know, I understand. Because he played great at guard though. He was really, really good at guard. So
now I gotta check this out. And a PFF article came out about the play calling. I gotta look at that then.
Yeah, I mean it's been bad. I mean, listen, I'm going to give Hackett some credit. He's done some different things, but I just want to see him.
I'm not giving him credit for shit. What are we giving him credit for?
No, I mean, he has Zach playing better than he's ever played.
Bro, Tyler, listen. I'm all about being a positive person and cool and understanding and developing and progressing. You had 2 weeks prepared for the Giant defense. That offense looked dazed and confused, regardless of the injuries on the offensive line. They played ridiculously conservative, the same passing game, the same bullshit, and no adjustments. I'm not giving Hackett credit for that. I'm not.
I thought the 2 weeks prior, you could give Hackett a little more credit because you can look at the film. There were guys running open in the end zone. Gibson taking the top off the defense, didn't get seen. This week, I thought the play calling was just
dreadful.
Yeah. And do you know what's so crazy is, and I'll be honest with you guys, we should have lost that game. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
With you. We should have lost. There's no way that was bad coaching on Gable's part. That was horrible, man. Like we shouldn't have won that game, but that was absolutely horrible, man. And then it's like this: like you keep Carl Lawson, you don't trade Carl Lawson, and I understand maybe you don't want to trade him because somebody gets injured, but he's a healthy scratch every week. That makes no sense,
bro. You know what though? I'm kind of, I guess, on an island by myself with this one. I'm glad he's not gone because the same shit we're talking about with Hardman could be the same thing that happened to Carl Lawson. All you need is Bryce Huff or Jermaine Johnson to go down and be like, fuck, man, I wish we had a pass rusher. You have one in the goddamn building. He's here. Especially, he's good against the run, too, dude. Like, you're gonna need him, man.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you have Al Woods is out. Tanzel Smart is up, which is good. But Al Woods being out is going to change it too. Where John Franklin Myers will probably play more in the middle. There's going to be a role for Carl Lawson now.
And listen, I'm going to be honest with you. You need to move Franklin Myers in the middle because he's better against the run. Once Al Wood went out, they started running the ball up the gut. Like that's for some odd, exactly. For some odd reason, we don't have that big. Woods is that big figure in the middle. But I'm telling you though, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Huff and Jermaine Johnson are absolutely the most nastiest fucking DNs in this league. league, bro. And I don't want
I wouldn't say in this league, but they're very good.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right here, Tyson. These are
no.
I mean, don't get me wrong. These guys are great. The other guys are great. I'm just saying, for us to not have pass rushers, to have these guys, and listen, McDonald's gonna take the same thing that Johnson did. He'll get through this season. He'll bulk up. He'll come back, and he'll be just as nasty. You gotta keep a guy. You gotta keep Huff in the building because this is your principal right there. Then you just gotta you gotta pay him.
Huff.
You gotta pay him. But you know what's so crazy? We got $100 million. Listen. You don't want that guy coming around wrecking your team. I thought we had $100 million cap money this year. Yeah, I'm sorry like that. I'm sorry like we have a lot of cap money this year. You know what I'm saying? We should be good.
Next year, you mean? 2023? 2024, mean?
24? Yeah, we should be good.
I gotta check this now.
I don't think we should be good though.
I'll take $100 million next year, but we got to find a way to keep him though. He's a building block for your defense. You figure Lawson's going to be gone, some of these guys are going to be gone. You'll have money. Yeah. Quincy Williams is playing at an All-Pro level. He's been great.
Sir.
I mean, but it's just to me, it's like as great as the defense is, and we're happy about it, and the special teams have been great. It's always going to come down to can the offense score enough points to win you football games? Period.
And even Tony Adams
score points, go to playoffs.
30 million. Right now.
That's it. 30 million. But you got listen.
You can still get rid of Mosley. Possibly Lake and Tomlinson, but there's a lot of dead money with both those guys.
But Lawson dropping off.
They really do. Conklin, Whitehead, a few million there. Uzama, I think, is still on here.
There's also going to be like an increase too with the TV revenue.
Yeah. We'll be enough.
And then Devontae Adams is going to take up like 25, 30 million of that. So
yeah.
Let's stay on this season.
Hey, listen, you know what, though, prime time? That's the one guy with Aaron Rodgers coming back with him. I would definitely give him the $25 million he wants. Come on over here. Listen, he looked so frustrated last night, man. And I'm going to tell you this right here. Listen, this is the saddest part. This is why the football gods just don't like this team because the Patriots actually suck this year, right? And if we would have had Aaron Rodgers, we would have won that game. They would be.
We should have won the game with Zach.
7. Yeah, well,
bro, we should have won the game with Zach.
It's I got to take what I can take, Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like we're right in the mix of everything. So, like, we got the next 5 games are difficult. We got the toughest ones we got is Buffalo and we got Miami. And I think that we match up defensively with both of them.
We're jumping ahead 3 weeks.
The toughest one is every week. Like, there is nothing with this team. They play to the level of their opponent. They play a great team, they're going to play great. They play a shitty team, they're going to play shitty. They're going to be this. Every game is going to be the same. A nail biter, scratching, sweating, all this other shit, dude. Everybody keeps asking me your schedule prediction week by week, dude. We don't know what to expect this team anymore. There's nothing. Right?
Hey, listen though.
Week by week, you never know what you're going to get.
Hey, tell the truth though. I tell everybody. I said, man, we're gonna lose, but we come off a bye week, bro. You know how we do after the bye week. You know we suck. You already knew that was coming, bro. And
I was raging, dude.
Oh, man, everybody was.
The anger I had in my body on Sunday. The Jets, this channel had been off the rails. We probably lost all our subscribers. I would have been just off the rails. Like Salah should be fired, Zach Wilson should be cut because it was like one of the worst football games we've ever watched in our lives, dude. Like they had more punts than points. Like what are we watching?
It's almost good that we were streaming, so we didn't get clipped on the freezing cold takes.
I was on. I could have. I tweeted out like this is the worst loss in Salah's tenure. I thought it was terrible. It was embarrassing.
It was horrible.
Tyrone, they almost lost to a team with negative passing yards.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Hey, listen, Tyson.
It's just unbelievable.
Listen, the funniest comment I heard after the game, they were like, Sauce was like, oh boy, was like, yeah, he ate you up in what's name. Sauce said, how many yards they had? Dude's like -9. So that's enough. If you lost to a team,
what they lost.
-9,
took his gloves off. He thought they lost too.
Yo, -9, bro.
Over there.
-9 yards passing. Just unheard of.
It's ridiculous.
Think about everything that it took to go right in those final 28 seconds.
I mean,
the decision not to go for it on 4th and 1, the missed field goal, the offsides, getting the spike with 1 second, the perfect spot.
Hey, you know what? Listen, if he wasn't offside, that shit wouldn't work because by the time they got to spike the ball, there wouldn't have been no time left. You know what I'm saying? So,
but you know what, Tyrone? But like before we get accused of being the most negative channel on YouTube again, but this is a game we usually lose. We found a way to win. It's Halloween. We're happy.
Hey, we're not the most negative Jet fans this week. There's a whole lot of drama going on Twitter. So it's not us this week. It's not us this week.
For the record, I back Boy Green. Just in case anybody asks, I like Boy Green, dude. Boy Green. I'll tell you this, man. That fucking kid works his ass off, dude. He does a morning show every morning. Yep. And he includes every fucking content creator known to man. He promotes everybody's work. He's constantly helping people out, doing stuff, tagging people. And he's a genuine good dude, man. Like I've talked to him several times. He's a really, really good dude, man. And
I think I watched some of his show this morning, bro. He wasn't lying, bro. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't.
I think you should corner him in the boxing match.
I got it. Dude, he's good, man. He does karate stuff. I was on a show like 3 weeks ago. We talked about martial arts for like 3 hours, and he's dude, but he's like a genuine good dude, man. He loves the team. He has like the great energy, and he literally wants to help everybody. Like he'll tag everybody's channel. Like if you could be like a new podcast, an old one, a new channel, like he talks to everybody, dude. Not a lot of channels do that. You know what I mean? Like, especially with the audience he has, he invites everybody. So for somebody like talk shit about him, dude, I was like, yo, you're too busy, man. You guys don't answer your invites. But no, he's a really good dude.
I just enjoy sitting back and watching it.
I like it. It doesn't involve us. I like that, so that's cool.
No, but it's the truth. I mean, listen, man. You at this point, man, watching that game, bro. Like it was like 12 points. It was like 12 punts, bro. Like I mean, there's no way you can factor in that was a good football game and you can walk away. I'm happy that we won and I'm content that we won. But listen, I can't go out here and be like, yo, that was a great win. Hell no. And to my man Zay, who's probably gonna watch this tomorrow morning, Zay texting me every fucking game like, big dog, you see this? Yo, he was good. It was so bad, bro. When we played Dallas, he had called me. So his wife's a Cowboys fan, and she was like in the background, Jets suck. I said, hey, look, man. I said, bro, look, tell wifey go ahead, ease off us. Look, it was so bad. She was rooting for us against Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad this is when other people just start rooting for this team. But I mean, we're 4-3, and we'll see what happens. But like Zach is. We know what Zach is, and that's the best way to put it, man. And I'm not gonna.
He told me he was something different 2 weeks ago.
I mean, he was prime time 2 weeks ago, but this week he won't shit. I mean, it's what.
But when you say we know what Zach is, to me, what Zach is a work in progress.
Absolutely.
Now, it matters where's that work in progress get us? Does he stay stagnant and not develop anymore and stays here, or does he improve?
No,
that determines if we go to playoffs or not.
Well, what I'm trying to say is this, man, and I'm going to be really honest with you guys. You know. 1 week he plays good.
You know what I like what Tyrone says? You know what cracks me up? When he says, listen, I'm telling you the truth here. I'm going to be really honest with you.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest.
Does that mean like
to us 90% of the time?
With Tyrone's lying to, it's just bullshit.
No, I'm going to because I don't want him to come back with somebody with Tyrone, you waffle. No, I'm not waffling. I'm going to say that.
I mean, you waffle, but it's like you're being honest when you waffle. It's an honest waffle, it's not a burnt waffle. It's an honest waffle.
Nah, because I believe this shit. So I'm believing that the kid has improved some, but the problem is it's week to week. Like we never get that back to back to where he turns the corner and we move forward and we don't have to worry about it anymore. It's like he plays great 1 week and then he regresses the next week, you know, and you know, then you'll see 2 or 3 amazing throws, but it's just like you're watching this kid take a sack when you know you can't take a sack at. That just doesn't make any sense. You know, you watch this kid just, you know, hold on to the ball too long. That type of stuff is ferocious.
I would the waffle, but I almost feel like he might need to like end up playing somewhere like Arizona, just warm weather, you know, away from the cold, away from the wind and the rain and the conditions in MetLife and all that shit. Because like when the elements are perfect, it seems like he plays okay.
Bro, I said this. A change of scenery is best for him. I've been saying this for a fucking year. And you guys forced me to watch this clown this year. I didn't want to watch him. I wanted to watch Minshew or Brissett or somebody else.
Yeah,
so Tyron, we got to go to calls, man. So
hey,
we got people here, they're harassing us.
I love you guys. You guys have
feel better.
Show.
Yeah, tequila and antibiotics, man. Be good, dude.
Tequila and antibiotics.
So much, man. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week, man. Hopefully, I'll be back and take a few calls. But listen, man, Tyson be nice tonight, prime time. Keep his ass in check. I love you guys. Amazing show as always. Hey, look, I want to show you guys one thing before we go.
There it is. Yeah. There it is.
Hey, look. Hey, one last thing before I go, right? So my daughter and my grandson was here, right? So my grandson fell in love with this thing, right? So he was playing with it, right? You know what he said? He said those 3 words, bro. Jets. So I'm not going to ruin his life. I'm not going to ruin his life.
Those are 4 letters, not 3 words.
Whatever. he said the chant. So what I'm going to say is this. What I'm going to listen.
That's call of the week right there. That's my son said these 3 words. Jets.
Hey, listen. I'm a little high right now, so leave it alone. But anyway, I want to say this right here.
Were you being honest right there?
Yeah, listen. I'm being honest right there. Listen. So my grandson When he turns 5, I'm gonna officially make him a Jet fan. But until he gets there, we're good. Whatever, man. Love you guys. I'm out of here, man.
It's the same 4 letters we got our franchise.
Yo, he's 4. What do you want me to do? He said what he said.
I expected from him. What are you talking about?
He said these 3 words, Jets.
I mean, well, he didn't say the hard Jet. He just said Jets.
God, I can't just.
Well, you know what? Let me clarify. He said Jets 3 times, but it close enough for me.
The story's changing now. Now you're waffling.
Nah, love you guys. Be good.
Later,
I'm out of here.
He said these 3 words.
I'm like, wait, what?
What the hell? Oh,
if you would have finished it with at least the Jets at the end, I'd be like, all right.
I mean, what's up, Joe?
Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Halloween, by the way.
Happy Halloween,
man. Happy Halloween.
Hope everyone's enjoying their candies and everything like that. But first things first, I just want to get into the game a little bit. We should not have won that. Nope. That is probably the obvious thing. Let's just say Zach Wilson did not play his best game. Let's be honest, he played like dog shit, and everyone that's defending him is literally looking like this right now.
We got props.
Hello, everyone. Zach Wilson is the best quarterback in Jet history, and he played great against the Giants. That's literally what is going on Twitter. But
I stayed off Twitter after the game.
I mean, it was
Jeremiah and Orlovsky picking out highlights. Oh, he's really playing great. You guys don't know what you're seeing. I'm like, what?
Joe, but see, as bad as Zach was, I think the entire offense contributed though. Offensive line made a mess, missed blocks, drop passes. It was a disaster. Even Hackett made mistakes. Like all the way around, it was a mess on offense, dude.
It was total. It was total schlock. To be perfectly honest, on offense. But look, we are criticizing Zach right now, but look, I'm going to just give credit where credit is due. At the very end, he did show up at the very end.
Yep.
But it shouldn't have come down to that.
Nope.
Let's be honest. With a minute, what was it? Like a minute and 24 seconds left, and the final drive was supposed to be the final drive. He took 2 of the worst sacks I've ever seen.
That 4th down sack, I lost it.
Me too.
Right.
There's zero risk throwing that ball up to whoever, whether they're covered or not. You get a penalty. Maybe somebody makes a play. If they catch it, they have worse field position. No excuse taking a sack right there.
Throw the ball away.
I mean, if anything, at worst, I think throw it up. It gets intercepted. The worst thing is a punt, and that's game over. At least you're giving your guys a shot.
Yep.
When you take a sack, well, what are you doing there? You're just giving up on the play, and you're just saying, "Hey, Giants, save the game."
Well, that's where it's turning into a shit on Zach show, but it's not really what I want. My goal of this was. Everybody wants to give him credit for the throw at the end of the 4th quarter and the throw in overtime. But there's 2 plays that happened before that could have caused the loss, which was the sack and the bad throw to Breece Hall. They dirted that 4th and 1. So it's like he made plays that could have cost us the game. But then in the big spot when he got a second or third chance, he redeemed himself. So it's like
with a minute. With a minute 24 left and only 2 timeouts, you're not planning on getting the ball back with 24 seconds and going down the field to get a game-tying field goal. That's not part of the game plan. That drive at the 2-minute warning, that was supposed to be your game-tying drive, and that's where he had his worst moments.
Yep. And then he did bounce back. I give him credit for what he did after it, but it's hard to say, in clutch time he did this. Well, actually, in clutch time he didn't.
No.
It was like his 3rd chance he did it, but whatever. Tomato.
You know what? Give that third-string lineman a little bit of credit for holding his own, and also on the spike play, finding a way to get the ball spotted right there. That was a really darn good credit right there.
You got to give him a lot of credit because he came in as a guard, then they put him at center, and he had Dexter Lawrence whooping his ass the entire game, and he kept he stayed in the pocket, and he actually got better as the game went on. And to have the awareness to do what he did is remarkable. That's if you want to give the coaching credit, you got to give him a shitload of credit there for him and the preparation, because that was really, really impressive, dude.
I found this funny in the press conference when Saleh said the reason why he's our 3rd string center is because he's the only one that could snap. I just found myself just chuckling there, he's the only one that can snap on this line right now. Are you kidding me? It's just really bad right now on the line. It's just I can't really explain it. It's just so bad. I don't know how,
dude. It's unprecedented. You look at AVT out. You have 5 guys out. It's just it's ridiculous.
I mean, we've been murdered with injuries all year. I mean, this is just killing it. And by the way, that MetLife turf has got to go.
Yep.
It has got to go. I'm done with it. That game was the biggest example of how that turf.
This is nothing new. Well, I think this year is a new turf, right? This is another.
Yeah,
they
changed it. They put in a new surface this offseason, but
and
apparently
it's
it's
shit.
garbage.
Now it's too.
Boomer was even saying this morning that there's a lot of talk going on.
Well, he
like,
waffled.
The walls of the Jets that
you think Tyrone waffled?
Yeah.
Boomer waffled 100% on that little turf thing.
Oh my god!
But with what?
Because Boomer for a long time said it's not the turf. It's like this is players. This is what happens.
Yeah,
and then today he's like, oh no, got to remove the turf.
Yeah.
And Gio called him out on. Gio's like, bro, you completely been saying the opposite for the last year and a half.
That's what I was listening to, actually. Yeah.
Flip flopping like hamburgers. But another thing I got to mention, I got to bring up a story from this game. I think after the Zach Wilson sack, my dad texted me. He was at the game. God bless him. He was in a suite with his client, his boss. And he texted me, and he actually live chatted me during the Graham Gano field goal. And he gets to play before I do. Yeah. And he's like, oh, the Jets suck. We lost to a quarterback throwing for -9 passing yards. And then my dad said, wait, he missed it. We have a chance to win. I'm like, wait, what? Yep. And I'm like, he missed a freaking 39-yard field goal, and actually the kicker was hurt too. So we got freaking lucky.
Well,
dude.
they got
that's why they shouldn't have kicked it.
But we got lucky, but also you got to give a lot of credit to Will McDonald and Brant Boyer because they used Will McDonald the same way Myles Garrett did it in Cleveland, and they actually the way he jumped over, he kind of forced Graham Gano to actually probably to maybe readjust his kick too. So you got to give Brant Boyer some credit there too, man. That was the Jets. Their special teams has been great this year, to be honest.
Oh yeah, and Tommy Morstead, give that man a game ball. Make that man the best. Give that man the best special team player of the week.
And just think, they had him and they cut him for Braden Mann. Let's not forget Joe Douglas.
Don't mention that guy, Braden Mann's name again. Do not mention that man's name because that dude was so damn bad as a punter. And you know what's so funny?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, no, he did. I was gonna mention that there was I remember a kick return that almost got returned, and he tackled the Rams short, and it cost us Trevor Lawrence. You're right. It's just Braden Mann. I will never forget how bad that dude was as a punter.
Joe, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your Halloween.
You too, man.
You too, man. Enjoy.
That clown nose is funny as fuck, dude. All right, we will go. We got Vinny.
Hey guys, what's up?
How you doing,
What's up, man?
Good. This is like my second time on here. I mean, I normally just tweet at you guys, and I've been following you since the blog days. So,
appreciate it.
So
we were much calmer then.
Huh?
We were much calmer then.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. But I had the pleasure of seeing this game live in person. So, I was miserable from the time I got there until right about the time I left.
Did you leave early?
So let me get to that. So first, it took an hour
in the parking lot
to get into the stadium grounds, at least.
Yep.
Because of the traffic flow.
Right.
Absolutely awful.
So but then at what point in the fourth quarter you're like, fuck this, I'm out of here?
After Zach Wilson took that sack.
Yep. It's okay. So then
a minute. No, so he took it. Then we started to walk down. I was sitting in the end zone in the second floor.
Okay. Yeah, mezzanine
level. Yep. So we were sitting there. He took the sack. It's probably like a minute 20 left, I think, at that point.
Yep.
And you're supposed to lose at that point. Like there's no coming back. So the Giant fans, they started waving goodbye or whatever. So we started walking down. We look up on the TV. We're like, they got the ball back. We're like, how? Like they got the ball back. So we ran so quick back upstairs, to get to our seats. So we saw everything then.
Awesome.
Good thing you weren't out of the building yet. A lot of people had actually left the gates and were trying to get back in. And
everybody ran back up. Everybody did. Everybody was in shock.
I probably would have been out right after the sack, though. I'm not going to lie. Knowing traffic getting out of that stadium, I probably would have been out after
it was
that
another probably an hour and a half to get out. But so we were sitting on the opposite end of where they kicked the game-winning kick. I'm not going to lie. Everybody thought they missed.
I thought he missed, too.
Everybody thought they missed.
My reaction was like, oh, I fucking missed it.
Yeah. And we were like, I was like, I really don't want to be here for overtime at all. Like, because this is just miserable. It was probably the worst sporting event I ever saw live.
Nope. It's
Like,
dude,
it was,
I've watched a lot of bad Jet football over the years. A lot of bad football. This game was hands down one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life. Easily.
And the thing is, I never
worst.
leave early too, like
Neither.
no matter what. But being that of like the game was crap, the weather was crap. But after you take a sack like that, with like a minute or so left, you're supposed to lose. Like
We both lost it, dude. We were streaming, dude. I was pissed. He was pissed. I was
was
throwing shit. I was angry as hell. I was
it
over it.
was unbelievable. I mean, Giant fans were in shock. Jet fans were in shock. Absolutely awful, disgusting to watch.
So what's your level of confidence going forward? Think the Jets are a playoff team?
It just if you need Zach Wilson to start throwing touchdowns, like you can't sustain this. You can't.
It's true.
I mean, and you can't tread on the Chargers lightly at all.
Nope.
No.
You can't.
Bro,
The
you can't.
Raiders-
Wait, hold on, bro. We can't tread on anybody
No,
lightly.
you can't. No,
We have an
you can't.
offense that
Lost to the
scores 10
Patriots.
points a week. Like,
We lost to the
You can't.
Patriots.
It's not. You can't. I mean,
we're
the
scoring 14
Raiders.
points a week.
I mean, the Raiders can easily beat us too. And like you said, like Max Crosby,
Yep.
he's going to kill Zach.
Well, that's the
Like,
whole thing. It's like if you have no faith in your offensive line and you're worried about your quarterback, you can lose any game. That's just the way the NFL, especially this NFL, where week by week people are dropping like flies and teams are playing crazy. And this is a funny mention. Actually, Ben, I was actually at this game.
I was at that game too. I was at that
I
game
was
too.
hammered. I got so drunk at
I
this
was
game.
miserable for that one.
It was boring as shit. It was terrible.
Oh, yeah, miserable. But I feel like you need to beat the Raiders for like one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You got to beat them, and you need to beat
The Chargers.
The Chargers, and you know what? You have to beat Miami too. In that
Well, yeah, because you look at the Chargers could be a team that you're competing for in the playoffs. They could be like if you have like your tiebreakers. First of all, it's conference record, head to head, all these tiebreakers. Chargers will be in the mix. Raiders are an AFC team. You want to start stacking up AFC wins. That's important. The Cleveland game's going to be important. The Dolphin game's important. Like
The Chargers is the big one because we know the
100%.
Dolphins or the Bills. They're going to be one wild card.
Yep.
AFC North is absolutely loaded right now.
Yep.
Browns are playing well. Steelers are playing okay. Ravens, Bengals. That's probably another wild card right there. So that last spot could very well be the Jets, Chargers, and one of those teams from the AFC North.
And if everything goes, like I'm not too high on this. Like if they get Rodgers back, like I still don't think that they will. I mean,
no, I don't think so either.
I don't think they will. It's going to be very tough. Like
part of me thinks he's just using this as like a motivational ploy to get everybody
keep them
to
rallied
stay
like
the season. Like maybe I'll come back.
Get to December, I'll be back. And like, oh, I got a setback. I can't make it.
The thing that worries me the most is that last game versus New England.
You know that's gonna be a win and in.
Something tells me it's going to
On my birthday.
come
It's gonna
down
be a
to
miserable
that.
birthday.
It's going
100% win and in game. 100. And I'll be there. I'll go with that one. Fuck that. I'll be up there.
It's
There you go.
Oh hell yeah! I've been there like
that scares me.
3 times.
I'm gonna have to go.
It
I've been there.
absolutely terrifies me that it's going to come down to that.
I've been there 4 times. I saw 2 wins and 2 losses. So it's not like Buffalo.
Okay.
Thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Good talking, man.
Yeah, I don't blame any Jet fan that left early for that one because the anger and rage you have.
I never used to leave games early. I stayed for the Monday Night Miracle. I mean, I've stayed for a lot of games growing up, but lately it's just
I've never leave
getting out
games
of that
early because
stadium.
whenever you want to leave early, you have 40 other thousand Jet fans that want to leave early. So you're gonna sit in traffic anyway. So it's like I just sit there and just hang out. Like, why even bother? Shaw Dog.
Hey, can you
I like
guys
the
hear
hat.
me good?
You're good.
Yeah, you're
Good.
good, man.
A
like
funny
the hat,
story
dude.
about this hat.
I like
It's
the hat,
actually it's actually a little beat
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
It took a hit at my friend's bonfire. Funny story. My friend was a Rangers fan, and me and my other friends are Devils fans. So they got in a little argument. My Devils fan friend took my Rangers fan's hat, threw it into the bonfire.
Oh,
So we're all like kind of laughing, whatever.
that's something Kevin
So
would do.
yeah, out of retaliation, takes this hat, my favorite hat ever, and throws it in there as if I did it. So whatever, I still have it. It's
Did you whoop his
intact.
ass? Did you throw him in the fire?
I did slap him, but it got broken up. So whatever. But yeah, So I love this. I need to get a new one because like it's a little whatever, but I still love
the
it.
logo is just badass, dude. I love
yeah, right.
I like the pinstripes too.
I think I think there are rumors they're going back to the old logo, or they're gonna try.
Supposedly next year they're gonna do more of it or something, but who knows?
But yeah, so whatever that is. But I think the one thing we're missing on this game is that the Jets knew it was gonna be Halloween, so they wanted to kind of play into it, make it ugly, make it scary, but
they accomplished that.
Yeah, I mean that game. It was so ugly. Like, if you could just imagine if this was like a week where we needed it for the playoffs or something like that. And like, I know like 2 weeks ago, after the Eagles game where even primetime was like saying, we played well, but Zach still has his things. And I agree he does. Like, he wasn't supposed to play this year. So mentally, I don't think like, he's scared. He's whatever. But they're not enabling him. Like, I think Hackett is equally to blame on this.
100%.
And that's why, like, I think both of you guys said it. Like, when we hired Hackett, it was a good hire because of Rodgers.
Yep.
Without Rodgers, it's you're getting a coach that was 2-14 last year or whatever they were.
Yep.
And I think, like pairing him with Rodgers, they have a great pairing because Rodgers can like overrule him. They work together.
Well, he can audible out and stuff.
100%.
Zach's not doing that.
And they work.
He
well
made some
together.
audibles on Sunday, but it was often just handoffs right up the middle.
Right. So, like it's very questionable because a lot of the things like we have some receivers that can make some plays. Like we argue about the drops and with Cobb and then Davis retiring, whatever that is. But like, man, a lot of the times it feels like they're not setting him up for success as much as he struggles.
Yep.
And then that ties into the point where Saleh needs to be like a CEO, you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Like, hey, this is working, this is not working. We saw it in the Chiefs game. We saw it a couple other times where like even if it's not working, that's where our success usually is. Let's try that.
Yeah, but see, I think Saleh is comfortable when the game is close. I think he trusts his coordinator until they're down by 10. Once they're down by 10, he's like, "Oh, change it now. We got to panic now."
I think the last 2 weeks he looked at the way his defense was playing and basically said, "I'm not going to let Zach make a mistake and ruin this game." Against the Chiefs, you knew you were going to have to put up more than 20 points. So at that point, especially once they went up 17-0, after the first quarter, it's like, all right, now you got to sling it. You have no other choice. The last 2 weeks, the defense has been playing great. So it's like, just don't make a mistake. Don't put us behind. And we'll have a shot in the fourth quarter.
Right.
You kind of understand it, I guess.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in theory, it's a good game plan, but then you're looking at it, you're like, man, the other team has -9 passing yards. They got a kid, DeVito, who has no business.
They wouldn't even let him throw the football.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they weren't even pretending he was going to throw the football. They're just
second and 20, they're doing dump offs.
Dable played that horribly, honestly. Like, you don't really want to let him throw, but you got to make a couple first downs. You would have had us easily beat. But regardless, you're right. I mean, Saleh is comfortable with his defense, but almost too comfortable to a point. You know what I mean? Because it's just like Zach can make plays, and like but he also can be mistake prone. But like sometimes good quarterbacks can make mistakes. Like you got to allow them to take those deep shots and like set them up. So like that's a whole other thing.
I agree.
I don't know. I just feel like, even just like quick slants, just especially once the line got banged up, because that's a hard, like then I give Hackett some leeway on that, because what are you gonna do when your whole line's falling apart?
But then you use more motion and stuff because they're literally attacking. Like you see what they're doing. You motion, quick slants, and then they started reading they're obviously the screen pass to Breece Hall. They're figuring that out. Okay, then don't do that. You can put Dalvin Cook, Breece in the backfield. Use your tight ends more. There's things you can do. And I'm a fucking drunk ass fan figuring this shit out. Like Hackett, he has 2 weeks to figure these things out. Because the Giant defense, you knew what they were going to do. The blitzes, no matter what happened with your offensive line, you knew they were going to blitz a lot. You knew how they were going to attack you. And once the line went down, they attacked even more. So it's just, I don't know, man. It's frustrating.
It reminded me of the Dallas game too, because like
100%.
where they knew Parsons was gonna like get a like Rucker.
It's the same thing, dude. It's the same thing. Parsons was beating Dwayne Brown play after play after play. They gave Dwayne Brown no fucking help. Mekhi Becton was getting roasted by Thibodeau. They gave him no fucking help. Right? It's the same shit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it would be one thing. It would be one thing if they're like heavily featuring our tight ends in the passing game and like trying to do it like that. But like that's not even the case. And like Rucker has turned out to be an amazing blocker. I mean, it is what it is. So that on its own was bad because clearly, our line was getting beat. So it should have had an extra blocker. Also, you know what I mean? Just one touchdown drive in that second half could have just gave us some room to work with. But man, you're right. Salah was just playing that defense. Let's keep it close. I trust my defense. But like at the end, it came down to a miracle, essentially.
A couple of them.
Two weeks in a row.
Yeah. So I think the way with Hackett coaches, if he doesn't have Rodgers out there to work with him, Salah at some point needs to step in and be like, hey, we need to work this side of the field. We need to go deep. We need to put a blocker here. Because it feels like it's just like Hackett's he's sticking to that plan. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we're going to go down with that ship.
100%.
That's just kind of where it is. Like Zach, he is what he is. I don't think he should. Nobody wanted him to play this year anyway. The story's still on him, but you got to help him. You know what I mean?
What do you think right now? Halloween, do the Jets make the playoffs?
It would have to be as a wild card, so we're gonna need other teams' help. You know what I mean? I don't think we have it in us to just go the distance the way we are. Barring a miracle with Rodgers coming back or whatever. I worked today, so we didn't make any moves at the deadline.
Just Saffold,
So honestly, we're gonna need help.
Can they get to 10 wins?
That's the question. I'm right now. I'm between 9 and 10. That's where my positive look is. And then even if we get there, it's if Rodgers doesn't come back, I don't feel too how can you feel good when you need a miracle to beat a team that had -9 passing yards?
100%. Do you have there's nothing to hang your hat on. If we had we talked about it before, if you had a power running game that's averaging 150 yards a week, all right, you have something to hang your hat on. You have nothing to be confident about with this offense. They have no identity. There's nothing about it that makes you feel good about them.
Exactly. It's just you can't play scared almost. You need to have some sort of identity. And I don't have confidence when it comes down to needing like I said, if that game we needed that for the playoffs, whatever, you can't play scared. You gotta, if he throws an interception, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But you can tell Zach he's playing scared. He doesn't want to throw interceptions, and that's probably being coached into him as well.
I agree.
So
thanks for calling in, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, yeah.
Good call, man.
You guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Some new callers, some new voices on here, Primetime. This is fun. This is why we don't want Steve on here.
Who's going to be the first? Who's going to be the first one to ruin it?
What in the hell is going on here? A balloon?
Hi there. My name is Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
What the fuck? What are we doing?
You gotta move your camera, dude. We can't see you. Your name's in the way.
What the dude.
I said I would dress up for Halloween. You guys didn't. You failed to keep your promise.
What are we doing? How long have you been dressed like that?
It's Halloween. I've been handing out candy since 7.
I don't even know.
He just. How
do we talk Jets like this?
I just don't know what to do. That's a great costume, dude. That's outstanding. I mean,
did you go out like that?
He's handing out candy. Are you done talking now?
You scared Elmo's baby.
All right, I don't think I can see this. I was honestly, this stuff is brutal.
Wait, is that paint or a mask? It's both.
Is it a mask? Is your face painted, or is that a mask on your face too?
My face is painted.
You did that paint yourself?
Yeah.
Damn, that looks good, dude.
Yeah, I even had to shave for it.
I know, it looks good. It's a new look for you. You're like a new man.
Yeah, no, this stuff I didn't take off because it's just too hot.
It reminds me of an old guest we had.
No, that costume looked good, dude. That was worth waiting for.
Yeah, no, and I know, and for the older people who are more of the fans of the Tim Curry one, yeah, I'll do you a Tim Curry bit. Which from the Tim Curry? This is from the '90s Tim Curry It movie. Do you have
Albert Pennywise is very popular in Puerto Rico.
Are you better let the poor guy out? But yeah, but let's actually get the football talk.
So what were your thoughts on the game?
It was. Let's be honest. It was a clown show throughout most of it.
Well played.
Did you say it was a clown show? Did he just say, I give up, dude. I can't take this shit no more.
All right. Look, but the one thing that was, I think the one thing you can take away from this game, the one positive.
This is what it's come to, prime time. This
is where you start like evaluating life choices.
It's just, all right. You guys want to give me like 2 minutes to wipe this off, then come back?
No. This is fine. This is perfect.
All right. So like I said, the one positive. The one positive is that I got from this coach. Well, besides that, is that this team, no matter what happens, they do not succumb to defeatism.
To what?
Defeatism.
Is that a new word?
What?
No, you never heard that word. It's basically, when they don't crumble, they don't like fold, like
they never quit. Is what you're saying? Yeah, they play till the end.
Yeah. Because let's be honest, the Jets teams of old in that scenario, they did given 3 or 4 extra chances, but by that time they've already said, oh well, we can't win this game, and they've already mentally checked out. So even though they get those extra opportunities, they were never going to do anything with it. Like I said, with this team, like I said, it doesn't matter. It could be like that. They could have 7 seconds. They could have 7 seconds on the clock, but they're under the mindset that 7 seconds we still have a chance, and that's the way they'll play. And you have to respect that.
I mean, I respect it to a point, but you should be avoiding situations as well, though, too.
I understand. But like I said, you would rather have a team. Would you rather have a team that plays to the last second, or would you rather have the other? Or would you rather have?
I'd rather have a team that doesn't make fucking stupid mistakes and beats a team that. If your team only had -9 passing yards, you should blow them out, dude. You can't have dumb penalties, drop passes, all this other shit. You should win by 10, 14 points. Don't look for miracles to win the game.
I agree. But that is a positive though.
I will agree with you. We have seen throughout the Saleh era early on. We saw it last year with the Brown game with the onside kick. They do play until the end. They play 4 quarters, so you give them credit for that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's the positive, and it's another game that showcases that. Look, yes, do they need to clean it up? Absolutely. They need to get better. Need to get work, but I think this game was a perfect example of Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
That's true.
Until the end.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, look, no one is going into a game expecting to go down to to go through 3 centers in one game. That nobody can anticipate that type of thing happening. I mean, you have the cop factor, everything just factored in to make this game ugly and sloppy and everything. Lose 3 linemen going down. You go down to your 3rd center. The bad weather, just drops, miscues. The quarterback, regressing. I think in this game for the most part until the final few minutes. As I said, everything that could have foreseeably went wrong.
Okay.
Apparently, you misinterpreted Murphy's Law.
Yeah.
It is Murphy's Law. I can pull it up right now.
Pull it up. Let's see.
That's all right.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
Let's see what it is. I'll pull it up right now.
For those who's waiting to know what's going on, we're waiting for the interpretation of Murphy's Law. That's what we do.
Murphy's Law. All right. Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Oh, all right.
There you go, mic drop. There you go, man. Not only was your costume kick ass, it was a great point too.
I gotta ask you guys.
Clancy.
All right, I gotta ask you guys. So, night's just about over. So I got like a selection of 4 movies here that I got right now. So what do you think I should watch?
Are you doing movie reviews?
Let's do it.
Spielberg classic.
Jaws.
Yeah, and then I got like about 7. I got about I think.
You need some kind of slasher movie. Jaws isn't angry enough. You need some kind of slashing movie.
Okay, so which one then?
Friday the 13th. You can't go wrong with that. Go with that one.
8. We got 7.
Never saw it.
6 and 3.
6.
Oh, the one with the Alice Cooper song?
Of course. See prime time?
Yeah. The Alex Cooper song.
There you go. We're here for we got answers for you, man.
All right, yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, man. Your costume looked incredible. We got you're gonna be call of the week, I think, prime time. He's gotta be. That's gotta be call of the week with the costume. It's gotta be. Right? Don't you think? We'll vote. Let the chat vote. There's gotta be call of the week here. It has to be. What is everything? I mean, you have to, right?
We'll let the chat decide. We still have some calls to go.
Have a good night, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks.
Have a good night. Enjoy your Halloween.
This is where you evaluate everything.
It was going so well.
Hey, know what's funny? And now we have members of our little community here, which I love our chat. I love all our subscribers and followers, even the ones that harass me and insult me every day in my comments. Now I'm getting text messages. Put up the link now, damn it.
Is that Steve talking shit to you?
Maybe not.
Oh,
could be somebody else. He's been angry the last couple of weeks because the Jets aren't playing well.
Oh, that's got to be Afram.
100%.
That's got to be
Put up the link now, he says. And he's getting all nasty text messages and shit. What are we dealing with here?
I like the feisty Afram.
Then if I got to deal with the angry comments on YouTube, now I got to deal with the angry text messages too? Imagine the Jets actually lost the game? Jesus Christ. So let's talk about now another person. This guy. Put the link up now.
What's going on?
Put the link up now. What is
this? Yeah, for the link up?
No, because here's the thing. Because it's not only me, but other people are asking too. It's not only me. Not only me. Well, first of all,
it's all about you. So if it's not only you, then what you should do is back off the show and let them get on the show instead of you.
Oh, okay. Well, hang on. Before I just want to say anything.
Before I do that, let me talk first, though.
That last call was the funniest call I've ever listened to. Like when and Tyson, I thought at first you were gonna fall right out of your chair when you were laughing.
Close, dude. Close.
Dude, if you would have fallen out of your chair, I would have laughed so hard.
But you know what it was? The best part of it for me was watching Primetime try to keep a straight face, and he's like turning red because he's trying not to laugh.
I couldn't stop. That was great. That was great.
Yep,
but I want to tell you,
for.
so I was one of those fans that was at that game on Sunday. And out of all those games, I've been to many bad games before in my life, but that had to be one of the worst games. I don't know if that game was worse or the 2012 game against Arizona when we won 7-6
game.
The Ryan Lidley versus McElroy.
Oh, and then that was when Mark
Sanchez, right?
That was the game with like 6 or 7 INTs were thrown in that game.
Was that Sanchez? I thought that was Lindley and McElroy.
I think it was Sanchez. Pretty sure it was Sanchez.
Sanchez started the game, and then the guy McElroy came in the second
half. At the end, yeah.
But let me tell you, I sat upstairs in the rain, and let me tell you, it was so miserable. I was even saying to like a bunch of Jet fans and Giant fans, my God, the MetLife Stadium turf sucks. The whole stadium sucks. It's a fucking trash can, that stadium. Like I was watching this game, and I was saying to myself, like, my God, could this game get worse and worse and worse? And then when Taylor goes out of the game, the Giants bring in that backup quarterback, DeVidio, the New Jersey. DeVidio was his name, and the game was getting worse. And then what happened was,
what happened to the show? What happened to the show? I don't understand.
The video is what Vinny just showed us. Yeah. He's about to go watch.
He had 45 minutes of decent content. Let's go write this shit.
No, and the game I just got to tell you was so freaking bad, and then it was 10-7 throughout most, and then I'll be honest, from other callers, we did not deserve to win that game. We did not deserve to win that game.
No, we did. We definitely did.
No, we didn't deserve it. And then Graham Gano misses that field goal, but I give Will McDonald credit for what he did on that play when he jumped where he jumped over that play. And then the only time Zach Wilson played well in that game was the last 25 seconds and the overtime. That's the only time. I will say this: Zach did not play well in that game on Sunday. He played terrible.
Did you stay until the very end?
Yeah, and I stayed till the very end and watched that game. Even Tyson said on Sunday on Twitter, I give any Jet fan credit who stayed at the end of the game. And I told Tyson I did stay after that game. And you know what Tyson said to me? He said, "Well done, Steve."
Well done, Steve.
Well done, Steve, for staying after that game.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Were you talking shit to Giant fans on the way out?
Oh yeah, no, it was a thing. I was with a few of my brother's friends. We were walking down MetLife.
Sure they didn't want to mess with you,
the
right?
game. We were doing JETS, Jets chants throughout the whole way. We were high-fiving Jet fans even right after the game. Oh, by the way, Tyrone, JETS is 4 letters, not 3.
There you go.
It was words. He said words. He said 4 words.
Yeah. No, but the thing was when Tyrone was talking about, listen, I hope Tyrone is feeling a lot better. But when Tyrone said, "Oh wait, shit, it's 4 letters, not 3." No, I was laughing at that.
This show's been a complete disaster. An absolute disaster.
I don't know what was more funnier, Tyrone's call or the last caller that looked like the cloud. That cloud thing was so on key. It was so on key.
What?
It was so funny. I couldn't stop. I can't. That clown was so hilarious.
This just can't do no more of this shit. Like,
no, that clown was so funny.
I can't. This is. How do I,
So,
what are we doing?
We're gonna have to chop up this whole show. We're gonna have multiple callers every week.
We wonder why we don't get fucking advertisers and sponsors. Jesus Christ. I give up.
So,
yes, sir.
well, like I said, offensive line worries me now going forward, because I'm worried now every game that Zach is going to get killed every game. Now that we're down McGovern, we're down Scherzer. Obviously, I don't know
Scherzer?
about Guy Newman.
Scherzer?
The backup.
Matt Scherzer's on our team now?
West, so I can't pronounce his name right.
Scherzer,
thank you. I can't pronounce his name right.
last night and he got hurt.
Thinking about the clouds.
He hurt his back last night, 4th inning.
I can't stop thinking about the clouds. I can't stop. I'm sorry. But the thing is that
what do we do? I don't know what we do here. Go ahead, Steve. You can finish your
no, but then the last thing I'll say this. Listen, this team is a defensive playoff team and a special teams playoff team. Offensively, it still worries me as we get ready for the second half of the season, especially with that offensive line. It worries me.
Me too, man.
So
did you like the move with Saffold?
I mean, it was a good move, but does it fix our offensive line properly? Not really, but obviously we had to make that move towards the end. I was hoping, like someone was making a comment earlier today when Cleveland made that trade with Minnesota to get that offensive lineman. Like when I saw that, I was like, damn, we missed out on an opportunity like that.
So what do you know about Ezra Cleveland?
Young offensive lineman. He's 25 years old. He's a young stud. And the thing was, he was a young player. And the thing is that Cleveland ended up picking up a great player. And now, unfortunately, we ended up picking, yes, we ended up picking up a veteran, but he's up there in age. So we just got to see.
Wait, how old is Ezra Cleveland?
25.
You sure?
I think they said he was. Rich Cimini tweeted out that he was 25.
Oh, you're right. He is 25 years old. All right.
Yeah, that's what Rich Cimini said.
Coming with the facts tonight.
About time you got something right.
Yeah. Hey,
well done, Steve.
But anyway, guys, listen, I'm gonna let you guys slide because I'm still laughing about the whole thing.
Was Ezra Cleveland? Was he teammates with Max Scherzer?
No.
Okay.
Wait. No. But anyway, guys, have a good night, guys. Have a good night, guys.
He said,
have a good night, man.
He had to think about it. He's like, wait a minute. I think he was. Oh, fuck, dude. I can't. This show. What's up, Benny?
Oh, boys, how we doing?
What's up, man? I like the sweatshirt.
Listen. Let's get the negativity out of here. The Jets are 4-3. The Rangers are the hottest team in the NHL right now. The
5 in a
Knicks
row,
beat
baby.
the Cavs. Things are looking good, boys. So let me tell you something. That freaking game. All right, hold on. Back to that freaking game real quick. I was praying that game ended in a fucking tie because that MetLife Stadium would have turned into Ringling Brothers Circus like that caller a few calls ago. We would have all been leaving that stadium looking like jerk-offs. I'm telling you. Oh, boys. Let's just, you know what? Like I said before, let's take these wins. Let's take them as they come. I know it's brutal. That game was brutal. But, man, when we were all at that game 7-8 weeks ago and Aaron Rodgers went down 4 plays in, do you think we would be 4-3 after the bye week? I mean, come on.
Yep. Yeah, but now the key is, can you get to 10-7?
Well, yeah, that's the what type
There's that,
right? That's when reality starts to set in, and then that's when you become the true Jet fan that we all are, and you're like, yeah. The problem is, all these injuries to the offensive line. I like the Saffold move. Joe Douglas, he's not notorious for making trades at the deadline. We've known this for the last few years. He doesn't make any big splashes. I mean, would it have been nice to get Ezra Cleveland? Absolutely. But you know what? We'll take what we can get at this point. It's a body. It's a warm-blooded human being that's huge that we could throw on the offensive line, which we did not have, on Sunday. I mean, give Xavier Newman all the credit in the world. That guy played his ass off, and thank God for that. But, man.
That was a veteran move at the end, too.
Absolutely.
Knowing where to place the ball. Yeah. If he was even a yard off, that's the end of the game. That's over.
I mean, how much were you guys freaking out when Lazard caught that ball? He goes down, and you see friggin' 12 seconds on the clock. Yep. Game's over.
I was thinking back to Denver.
The Denver game.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And I was at that shit show too in Denver. Oh my God! But let me tell you something. I'm like I said, I'm down in Miami, and we got the South Florida Jet crew down here. There's like 100 of us that meet up every weekend.
Yeah,
And these guys are great, and I'm with them every time I can't go back home. And we were together this weekend. And let me tell you something. When he caught that ball, I looked at my buddy and said, "It's over." I'm screaming. I'm like losing my mind, and then next thing you know, it's like you take a deep breath and you see 1 second on the clock. Okay, Jesus Christ, Zach Wilson finally did something right here. Yep. But no, you guys are right. It was all Xavier Newman and the ref helping us out.
Yep. No, it was wild, man. It was such a wild change of events there. You're going from like doom and gloom, hating everybody, to like, oh shit, we have a chance. So it was wild.
I mean, again, I wasn't at the game this weekend. I don't know if either one of you guys were there, but I love Joe Meningo, listen to him all the time, his podcast, all nine. I know he did leave, and I know he tried to run back in. They wouldn't let him in because once you get past the gates, that's it. But I guess it's tough because I don't leave a game. My brother. He's a nutcase. My brother will leave the game in the second quarter. On Monday Night Football, September 11th, he was out. He was out when Zach threw that pick in the second quarter. He was gone. He's been, his first game, my brother's first game, Dennis Bird. That was the first game.
Jesus.
So his whole Jet fandom his whole life has been marred by that game. You know what I mean? So it's never been any better for him.
Right.
So I think he's the curse. But once he left, obviously, we all know what happened, but
in the old stadium, I never left a game early. In MetLife, I have never watched good football consistently over a full season in that stadium. I've left quite a few games early, sadly.
I mean, my brother's a little bit older than me. 5-year age difference. He's 38, so he's got a little bit more on me. But he's at the point now where he's done. If things are going to shit, he's gone. I don't think he left the Eagles game early. He was about to, but. Me and my dad always give him shit, but once Sal makes his move, I mean, there's been plenty of times where he's kicking off fucking, about to kick off the cup holders, and it's crazy, man. He's nuts, but it's just, I could see why people left that game on Sunday, though. That may have been the one game with the rain and all that bullshit and the Giant fans and this, that, and the other that I would have been gone.
Yeah, you don't want to get harassed by Giant fans on the way out of there. Once Zach takes that sack at the end, I'd probably be out.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, absolutely, boys. But, hey, boys, I'll let you go. Get to the other callers, man. Thanks. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's go Jets. Let's go Rangers. Let's fucking go Knicks.
Go Rangers, baby.
Have a good night, man.
Let's win on Monday. Let's rock the house. Let's get loud. Let's beat those San Diego, LA shitbag Chargers, and let's go.
Let's go. I keep calling San Diego too. I keep fucking that up myself. I'm bad with that.
Let's get back to where we were last year, 6-3, and then let's finish it the right way.
Yes, sir. Let's go to Nick. What's up, Nick?
Gentlemen, how are we tonight?
Holy shit, you're dark over there,
darkness.
man.
Yeah,
some light,
man.
Yeah, I got
like
the
me.
light. I got the light.
Oh, you're good, man.
First of all, I want to say, I told my buddies Peter Laviolette is going to be something on a whole nother level for the Rangers. It's starting to show. Prime time. I know you're a big Rangers fan, but we finally got a coach who coaches in games. So we'll see what happens. But it's been a fun season so far. I just want to say one thing, that there is not one Jet team probably since maybe the 2015 team. You could go back to Rex's last year. Well, not his last year, but maybe the 2010 team that wins that game. There's no way. I mean, we've seen so much bad football. How many times have I jumped on the previews on your channel, and it's more or less, we know we're going to lose, but how many are we going to lose by? Are we going to be respectable? Are there going to be some good points? You know, I am not at all a Zach Wilson fan. To the point where, you know, I got to make excuses for him or anything like that. I'm a realist. You know, my uncle, God love him, my great uncle, really, he got me to be a Jets fan when I was probably 4 or 5 years old. And ever since, I've been on this damn roller coaster with him. He hates him. He hates Zach every week, whether he's doing bad or good. He can't stand the kid. But he's been on this train longer than I have. He's gotten better. I don't think he's playing scared. I think he's playing within the system. You know, those sacks. I mean, man, every time I see him drop back 10, 12, 15 yards, I'm going, Here we go. Here we go again. But, you know, we haven't been able to run the ball. Aside from Brees's, you know, he gets, 4 or 5 a game where he'll go for, 9, 10. And then every now and again, he runs a nice one. But, man, the run game hasn't been up to par this year, and what a disappointment.
Do you think part of that, though, is because we don't have a vertical passing attack?
I to an extent, but if you watch a lot of the game highlights, and again, I'm not making any excuses, but there's not a lot of guys open, and I don't know if that's just the quality of the teams we've played, the first portion of the season here. I mean, some guys are wide open, and I mean, he doesn't even look their way, or he's staring down Wilson, who's, man, what a talent he is, man. The fact that we have a receiver like him on this team is unbelievable. But I mean, this season, 3 of the 4 wins, we've had season-ending injuries. I mean, you couldn't write this. I mean, Rodgers going down the way he went down. He's on the field, pregame taking dropbacks over here, 6 weeks surgery. I mean, I don't know what world we're living in, but I mean, we just got to enjoy it. And the defenses, they're playing their heart out. That Jermaine Johnson, he might have to tone it down to 9 a little bit every now and again.
Him and Quincy both.
Yep.
Oh man, I mean, there was a couple plays there that I mean, they just come in like freight trains. I mean, they crush you. And I mean, anytime nowadays in this NFL, anytime a wide receiver or running back, I mean, anybody who takes any sort of a hit where you hear a pop, I mean, the laundry's flying out of the stands. They wait to throw a flag. It's crazy. But, I mean, if Zach can just play manageable football, you'd like to see those big plays. We all saw that first drive of the second half of the Kansas City game. Man, we'd all love to see more of that. No doubt.
He hadn't even had drives in the Eagle game that were decent. Like, all right, throwing the ball around a little bit, but
good drives, but then they stalled in the red zone.
But I think, to be honest with you, I think he has to be more than manageable. I think he's got to be an asset on the offense. He's got to make legitimate plays, scoring plays now, in order for us to beat the Chargers or beat these other teams. We can't, you can't keep scoring 14 points a week, man. Be like, you know what? We won 14-13. It ain't gonna work anymore.
Agreed. And I think maybe if we played more of a hurry up style, that suits him better. I mean, it just does. I don't know if the first few weeks you got to kind of chalk it up to, he wasn't even supposed to play this year, and now they're getting him in a rhythm and whatnot. But
they're reinventing the offense for him too.
100%. There's no excuses now. There's none. I mean, granted, injuries happen. We've lost more offensive linemen than we have on the practice squad at this point. And, it really burns me when I see players, especially at the trade deadline, you'll see this offensive lineman went for a 6th round pick, and guy went for a 4th round pick. And you're thinking to yourself, Joe D, what are you doing? I mean, it's 6th round pick. I mean, I don't get it. That stuff, it just absolutely kills me. But, I mean, we're in a good little vein of form here right now. And I mean, we just got to take it one game at a time.
You got to hope Tippmann comes back like ASAP.
Tippmann comes back. And again, I'll echo what you guys and some of the callers have been saying. What a heads up play by that 3rd string center.
Newman,
Save
the game.
That kind of stuff doesn't happen for us. I mean, normally if that kind of a play happened, what do we walk into the sidelines? I mean, it's just, it's nuts. But, we just got to take it one week at a time and hope the offense improves. Hey, maybe we got some tricks up our sleeve yet this year, man. I don't know.
We can get them.
We can't. Yeah, we're not going to score less. Hopefully we score more. Thanks for calling in, Nick. We appreciate it, man.
Have a good night.
You too, man.
Have a good night, man.
A lot of new callers. I like this. We're going to David. David, what's up, man? You're on mute.
Yo, hey, what's going on?
Yo,
love
what's up, man?
How you guys doing?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. I just want to say that game tying drive from Zach Wilson and the last one in overtime. He's not the hero we deserve.
Oh no.
But the hero we need. You see?
I love Halloween shows.
It's just,
he's not the hero we deserve, but the hero we need. Okay.
That's a cool mask. I like that.
I like that mask.
Yeah, it's pretty
nice
dope.
You got the mask collection, don't you? You had the Jason mask.
I got
the right?
You know what? Hold on. I got the Jason, and I also got this one here.
We got time.
You got a whole collection of masks.
It's right here. It's right here. I had the one you saw at MetLife, and I got this like alternate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one's sweet.
No, this one's different. Yeah.
That was nice, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But first of all, wait, I'm about to put the mask back on. I meant to put my hat on. I just want to kind of say I want to play the other side, and I like a good defensive game. Okay, just like a pitcher's duel, right? In baseball,
this is not going to end well.
And obviously,
just understand we like you a lot before the conversation starts. All right.
I am going to say though, when the Jets are playing, it's horrible and it pisses me off. So if I wasn't a Jets fan, I could appreciate a game like that. That's my point. Is everyone's all into the passing and this high-powered offenses, and I get that. I love high-powered offenses, and I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say about the offense, and I'm not gonna drag this out. But basically, if I wasn't a Jets fan, I feel like good defensive games like that,
dude. If you were not a Jet fan, you would have turned that fucking game off because it was unwatchable. There's no casual fan that would have sat and watched the game. Like, you know what? This is a great fucking game. Let me watch more of this. It'd be like, no.
Not if I was betting on the under.
The Giants weren't even trying to throw the football, and the Jets were trying to throw the football, and they couldn't. They had more punts than points. It was gross.
It was
gross football. Penalties, injuries, sloppiness, all kinds of bullshit. It was horrible football.
Well, I mean, dude, like our offense.
I used to like the Steelers Ravens games, like those old school hardcore. They would hit the shit each other, but it was like well played. This game wasn't well played. This was just a disaster.
Right. Well, I mean, we should be beating teams like that, like by a good amount of margins, and
at least double digits.
Yeah, and our I don't even know what to blame anymore, honestly, because we're winning, and like you guys say, winning is a great deodorant, but it's ugly, and I don't think it's sustainable.
Nope.
I don't. I'm very like cautious of, especially what happened last year. We need to figure out this offense situation. I know the Giants got a pretty good defense, but it just feels like I think we only scored 30 or 31 points in one game this season, which was the Denver game.
Yep.
And I don't even really know.
That was a defensive touchdown that got them to 31.
Yeah. Did we even get an offensive touchdown other than the Brees run?
5 field goals, safety. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not even sure if it's Hackett or Wilson or what's going on. It's just like, but hey, we got the W. I was watching you guys' stream. I stepped away to get some water, and I looked back. I saw you missed a field goal. It was crazy. And I just got a couple of points, guys. So you got some notes. But
prepared.
First of all, I just want to say, fly, Eagles, fly right into a Jets engine, baby. That's how we do. We broke that streak, and guess what other streak we're going to break? We're going to go into New England. We're going to beat them after, 15, 16 losses.
Can we just beat the Chargers? Why are we talking about New England?
That game to mean something.
That game,
we broke our bye week streak. That was the most important thing.
I think we're going to beat the Chargers. I do. Chargers they're not looking that good, honestly. What, they blew out a Bears team?
Wait, they can score points, bro. That alone is already a challenge for us. We can't score points.
Hey, but our defense, man, we're going to get to Herbert, man. We're going to put that kid away, man. I hope so. I went to the Chargers-Cowboys game, and I mean, I was in person, and like, they have a decent offense, but I think they're going to struggle against our defense. I think they will. And ultimately, it's going to be one of those dirty Jets, pull out the win type of games. Oof. That's what I think.
David, you missed a great opportunity pulling out those notes. With the game in Vegas, hello, how about that ride in? I guess that's why they call it Sin City.
Hey, hangover? You know what? These notes are kind of old because there was no call-in shows for like a week or two, and then
we did it last week. Didn't we do it last week?
No, I missed last week, so I haven't been on the show.
You're just too busy for us. Not our fault.
Well, and let's see. So the gold zone is a joke.
He's on page 5 now. Page 6.
No, it's just like 2 pages with a couple bullet points. But okay, how about this?
Then he's like, in game 3,
our first 2 wins, we lost 2 Achilles.
What in the fuck is going on?
What
is going on?
I don't know where that came from.
You just see that?
What the fuck just happened? Am I seeing things right now? There's fucking balloons.
Where did those balloons come from?
I just saw balloons.
I have no idea. Like I literally have a tripod on my phone now. Not only do I have notes, but I have a tripod on the phone. So
I just saw balloons.
Balloons.
I saw the balloons. I saw the balloons. I didn't touch my phone though. I have no idea.
Now I'm just tripping. Like
I have no idea.
I have no answers.
But look, we're gonna break some more streaks this year. I know there's other callers waiting. It's getting to the end of the night. I'm saying one last thing.
Yes.
I got extra ticket for you, PT. Don't run away. Come to Vegas. Let's go meet up Tyson and the homies. I got my Raider buddy coming. Let's go and pound those guys. I got extra ticket for you. I got you.
I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. If I wasn't flying out to Florida this week, I would definitely be in. I got to see how they play and then how tired I am during the week.
Keep it in mind. Let me know.
And especially being a Sunday night game too. They didn't flex it out. So I don't know if I could miss work on Monday. It's gonna be
we're gonna win that game, but I got that on the table for you if you want it. Appreciate you guys, man.
Have a good night, bro.
Have a great night, man. Take care.
Have a good night, man.
Thanks.
All right.
I need to know where those balloons came from.
I thought I was seeing something. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
It was like animated. It's like,
ooh, geez, crazy. We're gonna go to Eric. You think you're on mute, bro?
He's muted.
He's like overseas somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Now you're good.
Now.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry.
How about now?
Yeah.
Hear me now?
Wait a second.
Where are you at
Stepping
again?
outside. Sorry, I'm at work. Huh?
Where are you at again?
Yeah, dude, I'm in Iwakuni. Yeah, I'm at work. I honestly thought I was gonna be like the last person on the stream, so I didn't even think you guys were gonna answer it.
No, dude, we love you, man.
I know, right? Yo, dude, disgusting game. I'm happy we won though. Sorry you guys had to watch that stream. I don't know. I saw like little bits of it. Dude,
It wasn't pretty.
Fucking MVP Morstead, Greg Zuerlein, Zach Wilson for like that last drive, spikes the ball so we can get that overtime kick. Not the way we should be playing, but hey, we'll take the dub, man. I'm just worried about that Chargers game. I'm not really worried about the Raiders. And then, dude, God, we're gonna need every bit of fucking like miracles against the Dolphins. That's all I'm gonna say. Because Dolphins are fucking scary. Like I
think the Chargers are scary, man. I think the Chargers are a good team too, man.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Buffalo's not going to be easy either, but 1 week at a time.
Dude, the Dolphins, and then if I'm happy we're not in the NFC because the Lions look pretty nasty too. But dude, that Dolphins game is going to be like.
I'd rather be in the NFC than the AFC right now.
You ain't
right, dude, dude. Yeah, like that Black Friday game when we go against the Dolphins, bro. Like that's going to be the real test of that defense because they are going to be putting points on the board. So. I know a couple of the guys on the stream was pretty much saying, like, we need to have Zach Wilson play like the Chiefs game. Like, dude, like now or never, we really need that because we can't be putting like fucking 10, 13 points and rely on our punter and our kicker. Like, everybody's got to make plays, like, big time.
I completely agree, dude.
How's everything with you guys, though, by the way?
So, where are you stationed at again?
I'm in Iwakuni, Japan, so I'm like an hour away from Hiroshima. Yeah,
That's wild,
it's like a big airfield here, so... Yeah, pretty much. What was your guys' takes on the game, if you don't mind me asking?
It's disgusting. They deserve to lose. They should have lost. They got very lucky, and they better build off it. That's their one clunker. Like that was easily one of their worst games they played. That's your one clunker that you're fortunate to win. Now you've got to turn the page and get a lot better on offense, man. Like you got to overcome the injuries on offense. You got hopefully Tippmann comes back at center. But Zach has to make more plays earlier, dude. You can't count your defense to give up, 7 points a week, 10 points a week. It's not sustainable now. Like you have a great defense, great special teams, but you need more. You have to do more now. I mean, what do you think?
For
Kevin?
sure.
No style points at all. You're 4-3. You're extending, your season another week. You're giving yourself some time to figure it out. My hope is that Zach can take whatever confidence maybe he got off those last two drives, the one to tie it up and then the one in overtime. Maybe he could take something from that and then just roll with it Monday night and just start slinging it.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, they got to really let him loose. Whatever they did in that Chiefs game, they got to let him just play. Like, no more conservative shit, especially when we get into this second half where, we're already in it. But, like, right now, we really need to start fucking making, like, these games matter. Especially the schedule is easier now. But, dude, like, the Browns and shit, everyone's stepping up the game. So, like, they really need to like start putting points. That's like the big thing right now because the defense, as much as they're great, but they cannot win the game. They need help from the offense.
Yeah, you need to win these. You got to win these AFC games now. These are all tiebreaker games. These are division games, conference games. You got to start winning these games, man. You can't beating the Giants is great, but it's NFC. Beating the Eagles, NFC. Chargers could be in the mix. They could be coming down to you them the last week of the season, so you got to beat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just want to say too, primetime. Like I know you've been like really critical about Zach Wilson, but I mean it's warranted. You know what I mean? Because it's like I see where you're coming from. You want to see the team do good and the quarterbacks to do good and everything. But like as a fan, like we can't like just what's going on, man? We can't. Yeah, coworker, right? Yeah, like. We need our players to play up to par with the league standard.
At the end of the day, if Zach plays the way he played and you can find a way to keep winning and you can get 10 wins like that, sign me up. But like we saw last year, at some point, if the defense does take a step back, that's my fear that he's going to at some point be needed to put up points. And if the offense doesn't figure it out, my fear is that the same thing that happened last year where they lost 7 in a row to end it would happen again.
Of course. And that O-line too. That was that third string, that center came in and helped out big time.
Technically fourth string.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Yeah. Anyways,
dude,
man, at this point, do we need to like on the off season sign like fucking 15 players for the O-line strictly? Because dude, we're fucking changing these dudes out like fucking socks, bro. Like fucking
gotta keep them healthy.
Everything they invest has got to be on offense this offseason.
Like, bro, game plan for next year. If we go to the fucking Denver again, I'm making sure AVT doesn't play because like that's like his curse game. Like he can't fucking play there. Fucking the O-line, dude, they need to like get like superstars for that shit, bro. It needs to be like a brick wall of just straight.
Well, yeah, the goal, like even Joe Douglas talked about it today, where you need 5 guys to play together week in and week out, and you have your continuity, your familiarity, and you have that. Now it's like every week you're changing things up, and it's with lesser players, not even like. So they're really scrambling right now.
We also too, like, I don't want Dwayne Brown to play because he's gonna come back after a couple weeks off this injury. He's probably gonna get fucking burnt too. So they really need to, like, dude, for real, like, it's gonna be the fucking Cowboys game. This one person gonna be like, oh shit, Dwayne Brown, I got him, and it is gonna fuck up the quarterback every time. Like, I know, like, the voodoo magic Aaron Rodgers is doing right now to heal himself quick. Right now, they need to get the O-line fixed, and the offense needs to play better because I don't want him to come back and he comes through the tunnel with another American flag and shit. Yep. And then 5 plays in, he gets injured with another Achilles tear. The same.
That's
shit.
where you got to hope Tippmann comes back.
That too, right?
And Schweitzer are out for 4 weeks.
100%.
Jesus Christ, this is going to be really big test for the team. A couple easy games, but dude, like once we get to the Browns and the Dolphins,
there's nothing easy now. Dude,
nothing's easy. Nothing's
but
easy.
You know what I mean, though? Like we're going to get the run back against the Bills, right? The Bills are going to want to beat us. The fucking Patriots game at the end of the season. I'm hoping Zach Wilson can bury the Patriots finally, but I'm not even that confident yet. So let's just see how we go. But they gotta resolve this shit like ASAP because we cannot go into these games and get fucked up, especially when we're 4-3.
Bro, thank you for calling in, man. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you for your service too, bro.
Thank you for your service, man. Appreciate it.
And thanks to everybody on the streams as well. I love you guys.
Love you, man.
Yep.
Freaking fucking Japan. That's so cool.
That's wild.
All right. We're gonna make these calls a little bit faster here because I didn't plug my laptop in, so I'm fucking my power is gonna be gone soon. So we'll go to Liam. What's up, bro?
What's going on, guys?
How you doing, man?
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
You ain't kidding, dude.
One of those shows, man.
You
know what's funny is on Friday when the media interviewed Zach Wilson, he said he went back and he watched all this film, and it's just funny that coming out of the bye week, they did not improve on anything that they said that they had worked on. Like inside the red zone, just third downs. It's like we didn't see any of that. So it's like I don't get it. I really don't understand it.
Who's most at fault?
I have a cord.
All the issues with the O-line.
I changed my laptop. I forget it.
What?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, but like at the same time, this has been a problem all season long. So it seems like whoever we put in on the offensive line, nothing is improving. So I blame a lot of it on Nate Hackett. I really do. And we're starting to see a lot of the things that we saw in Denver happen here on the offense too.
Well, it's also they got no offensive line coach too, so it could be Keith Carter too. It's a lot of things go into it, but the injuries are just killers, man. It's just like you're looking at third string center. You know Billy Turner's playing now. We don't want him to play at all. You know it's tough, dude.
I think we're all out of humans. We need dogs or something, you know. And
you
know what's scary? You know what's scary is. If Aaron Rodgers is fighting to come back, do you really want him coming back behind this offensive line? I don't.
Well, but the catch to that is you've got to be relevant for him to even come back. So if you don't have 8-9 wins at that point, he ain't coming back anyway. So it's like if they have 9 wins, you got to think the offensive line actually played well and got them to that point, right? Because
whenever he comes back, McGovern should be back, Tippmann should be back. Hopefully Becton's still out there.
Yep.
So you should be close to 100% minus ADT. Him too.
Do you guys think that there's a situation where he's cleared and they don't let him play though?
No.
Like that's the thing. If
he is the boss.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like let's say he is cleared by Christmas or whatever. Some people are saying
he's playing
against like Houston or somebody like that. He's playing. I don't want him playing behind this offensive line. If it's playing. I mean, like you guys had said, McGovern should be back, this and that. But like these guys are still missing a couple of weeks coming off of an injury too. So,
bro, when he's ready, he'll be on the field. And there's not going to be one person in the organization to say, no, you're not.
I agree.
You heard what Saleh said when they asked him about Rodgers being on the sideline, right?
Yep.
Like, he does what he wants. He does whatever he wants. So
he's the boss.
You're not going to tell him no.
But I am a little concerned about the Chargers, and unfortunately for me, I got to go watch. Like my company is doing like a big like Monday Night Football show this week. So I'm gonna have to go there and be like on my best behavior, which I don't know if I can do. This hat, I have thrown it at my TV. Like my Aaron Rodgers jersey went like under the couch the other day. My girlfriend was scared. She was like, "I've never seen that side of you." She's like, "I don't like it." I said, "Listen, you got the full Jet experience." She's a Bills fan. I said, "You don't have to deal with this every week, every year." I said, because like this is her first year home from college. I said, "This is what we do every Sunday for 17 weeks when you're away. So welcome home." It's crazy, but I am worried about it. Devontae Adams has, he hasn't seemed like he's been much of a threat. So I don't know. Maybe
quarterback
just throw.
sucks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not him.
Could have had 2
It's not
deep
his
touchdowns
fault.
last night.
Yep.
It's not his fault, but like overall, I mean, I had him on my fantasy team. He was getting like 2 points. I dropped him actually, but I am worried about it just because of like how bad the offense has been. But like I do trust our defense in a sense, so I think that we could find a way to squeak it out.
Liam, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it.
Take care, guys.
Good talking to you, man.
All right. We got Bubs. Bubs waiting a while. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, Bubs and Random Man's waiting a while.
Sorry, dude. We had new callers. You give a guy from Japan calling in. Like, I'm going to get Bubs on first.
It's all good. No problem.
Up,
Thanks for
Bubs?
having me on. That was ugly. That was brutal. I think
Terrible.
Steve said it. I was thinking back to that Cardinals game, too. That was the game Sanchez threw the 3 picks, and then McElroy came in. I think, wasn't it Cumberland or Jeff Cumberland? I think he's caught that touchdown or to win it. What do you say?
Probably. It was a 7-6 game, yeah.
Yeah, the Cardinals game.
It was.
Yeah, but it was brutal. It was just bad football. It reminded me a lot of the Patriots game, wearing those all-white uniforms in the rain. It just never works. But, yeah, I don't know why they don't just go back to what was working in that Chiefs game. I know a lot of callers have said it. I tend to agree as well. Just let it rip. A little bit more creativity. Doesn't have to be these double reverse flea flickers. It's just simple offense, making the, rolling them out of the pocket. I mean, even last night I was watching that Lions game, and they were putting Laporta in the flat. They were rolling Goff out. He made a couple 5-6 yard completions. Like it's not that hard. Like you guys mentioned, we saw Tyson Bagent, who was contemplating on getting a job and figuring out his life. First play of the game, he threw a 35-yard bomb down the field that if he didn't get touched would have been a touchdown. So it's like, when those guys do it, and
You
Zach
see backup
Scott,
quarterbacks
Wilson
all throughout the
pieces,
NFL doing it.
exactly.
They all
Josh
do it.
Dobbs.
Everybody. Quarterbacks come in mid-game, after the game, whatever it is, Tyrod Taylor comes in, they're all doing it, dude. It's just our offense never looks natural, it never looks smooth. Looks like it just takes so much work and effort.
Yeah.
And that could be Zach, it could be the play calling, it could be the receivers not getting open, whatever it is, it's a problem.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a little bit of both, but I don't know. For some reason, I thought last week it was just the play calling. Like, for some reason, there wasn't – part of it was just not guys getting open. I know Zach had a couple of those missed throws, but I'm in the third down. I mean, why are we running empty backfield on third down?
They can't convert a 3rd and 1.
Third and one, exactly. And you know what else I can't stand? The death taxes and the New York Jets throwing short of the sticks, because they will continue to do that.
That's good.
Like, they always do that. 3rd and 5. Oh, let's throw a 3. Let's throw a 3
it drives me crazy.
And hope he makes 3 guys miss. Like,
we were talking about that. It was a 4th and 10 play. I told Prime Time, if they throw a 4-yard pass here, I'm going to kill somebody. And they took a sack anyway. But I'm like, dude, they always do that. It's 3rd and 1. They pass, they don't catch it, or they short. And then anything, it's just,
yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. And then that 4th and 20 sack. I mean, throw it up. You get a PI potentially, like what happened to Malik Taylor. I'm all for, running the up tempo, but it's not sustainable. You can't do that for a whole game. You want to do it for a drive or 3 plays, give them 2-3 plays and say, hey, if this happens, you got, do this play, and then you get picked up.
Or when you get the right personnel on the field, you take advantage of it, right? If they're stacking the box, if they're playing for the run, you get Malik Taylor out there.
Yeah.
Do something like that.
But, for some reason, I'll ask you the question first. What do you think is the offensive line combo this week? What do you think it's going to be on Monday? Like, how do you think
Newman will be your center? Newman will be your center, and probably Billy Turner your guard.
You got to pray.
Unless Saffold's ready.
You pray Tittman comes back and plays center. I'm praying, dude.
Yeah.
If not, they're in deep shit. I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. I don't think Saffold's gonna play. Probably Turner, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna be something like that. I mean, I hope Tittman comes back, but you never know. You got to see on game day, because we never know what's solid with these.
Well, you figure today's what? Today's what, Tuesday?
Yeah. They get an extra day, which is nice.
So he'll lie tomorrow. He meets the media tomorrow, and everything gets pushed back. So they play on Monday. So he probably meet on Thursday. He'll lie on Thursday. Lie on Saturday. Yeah, we'll probably find out on Sunday. He'll lie until at least Sunday.
Find out 2 hours before the game.
Yep.
Something else I want to see too, just to try and help the passing game and the run game a little bit too, is Izzy, and they got to get Brownlee. I want to see Izzy activated, and I want to see Brownlee get involved. I don't understand. the drive before the half, they ran the ball with Michael Carter. They were inside their own like 20. They ran the ball with Michael Carter twice in a row. That was Days type stuff right there.
Yep.
They got the 1 yard run and then they did another 1 yard run. It was 3rd down and 8, and the Giants are calling timeouts. I was like, what are we doing? I didn't understand that. I also didn't understand the Dable. I don't know why he didn't. He should have given us the ball.
Should have went for it, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
overtime.
that
He should
too.
have. Because they would have done the same thing to us.
Yeah, if
but
you don't have
field position
confidence in
battle.
your quarterback to throw the ball, yeah, play defense.
Yeah. But the reality is, look, you get Brandon Staley and Josh McDaniels. I mean, if you're solid, you gotta find a way to get your team prepared to win those games. I mean, you're going up against 2 terrible coaches, not well coached teams.
The Chargers are more of a challenge because Herbert's so freaking good, man. And
I will say though,
incredible.
Yeah, Eckler, Keenan Allen, all those guys. The Chargers' pass rush is good, but their pass defense isn't great. So if there's a game to air it out, it's this.
Neither our pass offense isn't great either.
No, our pass offense isn't good either. But if there is a game to let it rip, this prime time, and they did it last time against Kansas City, just let them throw it deep. I don't know why they don't do that, but we'll see.
I agree.
That's all I got.
Bubs, happy Halloween, man.
Good talking to you, man.
Happy Halloween. Thanks for having me on, guys. Have a good
Thanks
one.
for waiting. Appreciate it, man.
All right. Random man, what's up?
Hello.
Special teams, man.
Yeah.
Morstead, man.
We're talking special teams. Let's see. Today, I think that I really like the special teams. I mean, I had a little bit of a rant.
Am I seeing something?
Hold on. You just had balloons go right behind you, too.
No.
Is it like our StreamYard anniversary? Again, look. What is going on? Am I seeing shit?
No, you could do it in the thing. Now I don't know what that happened the first time, but
the fuck. I've never seen
okay.
that before.
Where was I? Yeah, I had a big rant with the special teams because Morstead was great, and I called that, and I said he was going to be good. But the problem is that along with all the stupid penalties and everything that was happening in that game, it was just atrocious special teams work, which I can't stand. Okay, so I'm going to try to like map it out here. Okay, so we have like the ball lands at the 10-yard line. This is where the Giants returner. The Giants returner is at the 10-yard line, and all of our guys are around the 10-yard line, and the ball lands over here at like the 2, and it goes out of bounds. And we're lucky enough to have a great punter like Morstead, and that it just goes out of bounds. But the problem is that it just wouldn't it's just ridiculous. There's no coaching. There's no we got bailed out. And he's a great punter. The only reason why we're able to get through all of that and get this great field position was because we had a good punter. I mean, it was raining the entire game, and the whole problem was that
the fucking lights are going off now.
And then we went to overtime, and we got bailed out by that because we called this. If the Jets won the coin toss, they probably would have received. They would have gone 3 and out. They would have punted it, and then the Giants would have ran it twice, and they would have gone a field goal, and we would have lost. But we defer. Well, we didn't defer. We lost the toss. The Giants picked it up for some reason. We're talking about punting. That's what's going on. So then they, we got an advantageous punt. I mean, their punter's trash. He had 3 bad punts the entire game. I mean, absolutely atrocious punting. But we caught it. We went down the field. Actually, went out of bounds. But yeah, on overtime, and then we went all the way down. We got great kicking from Zerline. I mean, it was a little close on the second one, but yeah, I don't know. I really hope they clean up all the stupid mistakes going into Monday Night Football. But from this sample size, they tend to show up on night games for primetime games. That is something true if we're going off of trends. As you can tell, in this entire time I've been waiting, I had a very serious call and a very silly call. As time went on, we kind of started the clown and it all started to lean one way.
Fucking balloons.
Yeah, that was an amazing breakdown, dude.
Thank you.
And I like the special effects.
This is easily your best call ever. It's not even close.
Thank you, guys. That means a lot.
This crushes Vinny's call.
I'm trying to think.
You're kidding me.
What else?
You're kidding me. This is call of the week, dude. This is call of the week.
I mean, overall, That was a crazy game. I mean, Zach won it for us. He went all the way down the field. MVP never doubted him for a second. I definitely didn't write in the chat that I'm sorry to primetime that this guy's garbage. But,
I saw that.
because he isn't, because he won. Because if he was garbage, then he wouldn't have won. Because this guy keeps winning. I don't know how. I don't know why, but he's a winner. He wins, and then he gets hurt, and Mike White comes in, and he comes back, and then it all just works out. He makes people's lives hell. Maybe he was talking to us and not Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. But, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
This is easily your best
Exhale.
call.
Yeah, this was
Inhale.
call of the week for sure. You blew away Vinny with this
Call
one.
of the week. What time is it? Prime time. It's 2 hours in right here.
2 hours in. Oh, my gosh.
Congratulations, man. You've won call of the week.
You did it.
Have a good night, man.
Let's see. What else?
No, don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Unless you had any more special effects. I mean, throw them
I don't
in.
have any more special effects, but looking on to next week, we have the game Monday. Chargers are wearing the baby blue jerseys, which means we're going to wear black. I don't know.
I like the powder blue
whatever.
Chargers.
Yeah. Thank you guys for streaming that whole game. That was
Thanks for tuning in.
No problem. Everyone in chat, stay strong.
Have a
We'll
good night,
see you guys.
That's definitely call of the night. This fucking Halloween
This-
show has been ridiculous.
This stream is just nuts.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Oh
It's exhausting. All right. To the man that demanded to be on the show, who he angry texted me, give me the damn link.
No, I didn't say that, so don't exaggerate. I
But
said
I'll
put
read
up the
it
link,
there.
please.
Right here. I'll read it word for word. Give me the damn link.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Put up the link. Put
Give
up
me
the
goddamn
link. Put up the link.
Oh.
All right, don't exaggerate.
You're an IT guy, man. You
happened.
change shit. I know you're IT.
I don't know. How did they do that? I don't know. I was looking at the settings. I don't see.
Listen,
where
if you start cranking up balloons and hearts, I'm
No,
done.
I'm putting up nothing. I think that's on the iPhone or something to that effect, or whatever they use.
I got an iPhone. I don't have the fucking balloons.
Yeah, you know,
That's
barely
something
can put the
that's
stream together.
Whoa. We're there now. Look, I got a new camera. I got lights.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's end this as far as
you can tell when the Jets offense went to shit. Afrin's been angry ever since.
Look at that. You see,
I give up.
There you go.
That was
Can't
one
even
thing you told me
charge
how to
his
do.
laptop. Look at even Javid's gone you.
I changed laptops for this show because I had my work one too. So that's all. I've been a little busy, man. I thought it was gonna be like an hour and a half show. I think we're gonna do fucking 2 hours, 3 hours
Well,
tonight.
you kept talking.
Should have known on
That's
Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. You did called in Luca's show.
Yeah, I did.
Look at you, celebrity. You gotta find something at the Jet Turbulence. You gotta
Yeah.
find it home.
Do you know Luca has a twin, right?
I do. I've met them both.
I did not know
I'm a
that.
Giants fan.
I'm looking at says, and then I see all of a sudden another guy come up, and I was thinking his brother.
It's true.
3, 2, 1%. Yeah, but prime time is good, so
I'd be like, just me.
That's it.
I'll keep it going if you bail.
There you go.
Should be a little bit all right.
Listen, it was a horrible game.
Yep.
But the team that made the less mistakes won. That's the bottom line.
Wait, hold
Everyone
on.
made mistakes.
Cool story. I take my daughter trick or treating, rings the doorbell. Dude opens the door with a Josh Allen Bills jersey, pads and all. My kid says, "No, thank you. We don't like the Bills. Go Jets."
That's great. That's great.
That's awesome.
Love that kid. But
Loyal.
the most important thing out of this game is we won, and my 14-3 is still in play.
There you go.
That's all that matters at this point.
10 wins away.
10 wins away. And quite frankly, you said earlier, every week is going to be different. Who the hell knows what happens next week?
Just beat the Chargers.
Just beat the Chargers. How it's going to happen?
But
Your guess is as good as mine at this point.
They're gonna have some serious challenges, and the way they handle the trade deadline, where it's like, all right, we feel comfortable with what we have.
Yeah.
Fine, then you can make practice squad moves, figure out this offensive line. But Zach is going to be forced to make plays, bro. There's no way around it. Like you can't hide him anymore. You can't run the ball, and your passing game is stagnant, and you're going to be required to score points. And CJ Mosley even said it at the end of the game. He's like, we want the offense we're waiting for them to do something.
Yeah.
Well, something is this week because the Chargers are going to score points.
Well, you saw it on the pass interference, he was behind the defender. Should just throw it up there because that caused the pass interference.
Yep.
Just throw it out there. He'll pass. That guy will pass most defenders.
And that's why I went nuts on the fourth down play. Just throw it up. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw it up and hope for the penalty because most of the time you're going to get that penalty. You know, I don't
That
understand
applies for
why.
everything. When you have a great athlete like Garrett Wilson, you could take shots downfield, throw the jump balls up there. Even Alan Lazard, like that's what he's known for. These guys have down. And the other thing is like the tight ends all have size. Rucker, Conklin, Uzuma, they're all big dudes. Take shots with these guys. Like you got to take some risk.
Get a look at Brownlee. Why not? He can go up and get a 50-50 ball.
Are they so worried about his psyche that if he throws a pick, he's going to crumble? You know,
I mean,
he doesn't show any emotion when he throws a pick anyway. So it's
he
like
had 2 fumbles this week. It's just as bad.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
like the one guy is like, "Oh, he had no turnovers this week." He didn't. You know, he did. Like,
Well, the second one I can't even put on him. First snap with a new center, I don't even put that one on him. But the first one
was terrible.
He's got to be better with.
Did they try Lakeland to snap too on the sideline or something like that?
I don't
Someone
think
was
so.
saying that.
I don't know, man.
They're going to put
It's a
Lakeland
mess.
at center.
I was too busy being angry during the
But
stream.
you got to figure they've got to have a good feeling that Tippmann's coming back because if they don't think that, who's on their practice squad that actually plays center? Do they have? I haven't looked at it yet. Is there centers on their practice squad? You need a guy that actually has experience playing a position. You can't keep winging it every week, right?
And if it is going to be Newman, actually Newman's on the practice squad right now because he got called up last week, so he's back on the practice squad right now. You got to have a plan B if he gets hurt. So what's your next option?
God knows.
After
You don't know. You don't know. This is
unbelievable. We're at this point, but the thing that bothers
this has
me
been like this last year, this year.
But the
It's
problem
just
you
been-
have is like you have Dwayne Brown and Carter Warren, potentially 2 guys on your roster that can't help you right now.
Yeah.
Because Dwayne Brown only plays left tackle, and Carter Warren apparently is like 2 months behind on learning the fucking playbook and shit. So
Well, doesn't Sala always say it's about the best 5? Is there any chance they would give either of those guys a look at guard?
I
doubt it.
You don't know. You don't know with this guy. But this is this right now. Now you know you better be coaching like there's no tomorrow.
Or you adjust where you're like, you know what, we can't do 5-step drops because we can't block it. It's got to be quick throws, no more empty backfield, give him protection in the backfield, all these things, dude. Like you can't, like to me, I worry that Hackett's going to get stubborn with this shit and kind of like force his offense on the situation, and I don't want them to do that.
And you kind of see that because you always get that same 3-and-1 run. Everyone knows it. There's no. Or the side pass, you know, to the tight end, just at you know, the short route. It always seems the same plays for that 3rd down to get that 1 yard, and everyone knows it.
Yep.
Come up with something different for God's
we don't
sake.
we don't even complete it.
Let's get a tush push.
No, because everyone's there. Everyone knows what's happening. You know, or he throws it too low.
But why not put like Brees and Dalvin Cook in the backfield at the same time so the defense can't figure out who the ball's going to go to? Do that.
I'm
utilize your
astounded.
fullback.
I'm bewildered as you are.
Where's Nick Bowden? Get him involved. Fullback dive. Bring it back.
Like they're winning, and what do you say? What can you say? You know, it's when they lose, then they're going to be feeling the.
Well, they were a minute away from dealing with the wrath of every Jet fan in this freaking tri-state area.
Yeah,
24
and
seconds.
they would have been crucified by the media.
Because you figure out, look, the anger that everybody had pent up. You saw it. 'Cause we were all tweeting it. Everybody was like, "This is the worst loss ever. This is a terrible loss. This is unacceptable. It's embarrassing." That energy was there for a lot of people.
You let them come down the field. You had them to hold them to a field goal. And you take a penalty. That would have been 7-6. It would have changed the whole the game completely. Because who knows? It would have been highly doubtful that they would have scored again, even on a field goal. So, but you take stupid penalties. You got the fourth and 5, and Clemens goes off sides.
Oh, on the 8-yard line.
5 minutes off the clock.
That was brutal, dude. I almost lost it. I'm like, that's just a lack of focus. That's just not. That's crucial.
And then you take the sack. If you'd thrown it away, you would have stopped the clock, and you wouldn't have to have worried about running down the field for 1 second because you would have still punted, but you still stopped the clock. So there would have been whatever. 100. Bottom line is we can go through this
They got to play much.
nonstop.
They got to play much better on Monday.
Yeah.
Much better on offense. They have no
You know,
choice.
they better play like they did against the Chiefs and
the Eagles.
Yeah, look, you got the Broncos beat the Chiefs. This is just a crazy. I've never seen this much parity. These games, you know, you got the previous week. The Redskins look like shit. Then they lose by a touchdown against the Eagles.
Yep.
Both times they played the Eagles pretty
You
tough.
just don't know. Week for week, you don't know. But you know, I'm hoping my team wins. That's all I can hope for. You know, who knows what they do? Maybe they knock his ass out and they bring in a backup. 4-3 is right. That's all. You are what you are, basically. But like I said, we can't be angry because we won the game.
No, you're not. You're not angry. You're annoyed, and I think
very much.
The fans that are angry are just because we know it's not sustainable, and you're concerned going forward because this team has so much potential. Great special teams, great defense, and you have playmakers on offense. Like you're there. You're so close to being a 10-11 win team. Can the quarterback make plays? Can you score more points? If you can, you get there. If you can't, this season's going to be excruciating, similar to last year. The same way last year ended with all those bad losses, this year will be the same way.
You're stealing all my takes from 2 weeks ago.
If they could come up, if they shut down, and I'm just throwing this as a hypothetical, if they shut down the Chargers, the high-powered offense, this week, then that sends a statement out to the rest of these high-powered offenses because now they're going to be worried about how they stop these guys. What are we? You know how
they
we're
got to
going
shut them down. They also got to beat them.
That's a given. But I'm saying that sends.
I think that Eagle game was a statement. You shut them out in the second half. That's
exactly. But now if you do it again to this team, because you kind of did.
I think the Jets got respect
did it to
everywhere
the
now,
Chiefs.
Yeah. You just hold team -9 passing yards. I think the league respects the Jets defense, that they don't respect the offense, and that gives every team a chance. Like, you know what? We got to find a way to score some points. We'll win this game.
Yeah, but until they lose,
that's right. Keep riding the ugly wagon.
Exactly. So 14-3. I'm still sticking with it.
Thank you.
And I was nice on the phone. I was nice on the phone.
Thank you for the angry text. I appreciate that.
Don't be a douche.
Nah, you were, man. You forced me into getting you on here. I put the link on.
You don't put nothing on. You had nothing on the chat. You were too busy.
Post the damn link.
Listen,
maybe
man.
let Kevin put up the
We
chat.
We're enjoying new callers.
After next time he doesn't post a link, shoot me a message. I'll send it to you.
I will. I know you're more reliable.
I'll take care of you.
Hogging all this time up, celebrities and shit. You know what I mean? Afram, have a good night.
Rangers, baby.
Let's go.
Have a good night, man.
5-0 road trip.
Fuck the Rangers.
Have a good night.
All right, Kevin, my thing's gonna die, dude.
All right, so you want me to finish it up?
Yeah, I'm like on 1% right now.
All right, all good.
All right,
Get job it on real quick.
Sorry, dude.
Hey, how we doing?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
I can't see you.
You can't see me?
No.
Why not?
I see nothing. I can hear you though.
Give me a second.
Is it just me? I don't see
I
nothing.
I can see me.
I don't see nothing. As long as I can hear you though, it's all good.
What is going on?
I have no idea.
That's weird.
Yeah, the chat's saying you're in the dark right now. I see
Oh,
nothing.
jeez. What? This has never happened before.
Javid's a ghost for Halloween.
I guess this fits fitting for a Halloween stream. I guess.
Well, you got a hot take you want to spit? What are your thoughts on the game? I'll let you talk anyway.
Okay, so my thing is, this is so weird because I can see me, but I have the stream up on my phone and I can see that no one can see me. So,
and I already know you're gonna get distracted from the chat anyway.
I'm Aaron Rodgers for Halloween. Okay, that's it. I think as you know from during the chat, I was raging at Zach. I do think sometimes I and a few Jets fans are maybe sometimes guilty of like placing more blame than he deserves, even though he deserves a ton of blame. I'm not saying he doesn't.
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes like rewatching it and looking at things, I really question Hackett right now, where if the offense is so predictable that every fan, I'm just the offense is so predictable that so many fans can know what's happening before the next play. how are these teams who are professionals not going to know? Where, I mean, if we're talking about when we have like a deep play, every deep shot we every deep shot we attempt is literally just max protect, play action with 2 routes
How many
only.
deep shots do we attempt though?
Like 1 every 2 games.
I think they were 0 for 5 like towards the end of the game. I don't even think they did one until the Malik Taylor one in overtime, or until Zach got the ball back actually with 24 seconds left.
Yeah, and that's part of my problem with Hackett, where I feel like right now with Hackett, it's so like not, and maybe it's not a Hackett thing, maybe it's a Saleh thing, because we know Saleh's defensive coach don't like to throw the ball. defensive coaches don't like
That's
to throw. Defensive coaches don't like to throw it at times, and sometimes they just want to be conservative. But I feel like the reins are like literally just being held all the time, so tight. Where right now, Zach, if you want to be honest, if I'm being honest, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that I expected him to even run a reduced offense without throwing interceptable balls, and he has pretty much cut that part of his game out completely, which I'm really surprised by. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe that's part of the reason, though, that they're calling things so conservatively, to try to cover that up and just let their defense win games, especially in games like the last 2 weeks where they're actually showing up and they don't feel like they need to score 20 plus points.
I agree. What I was going to go on with that was, now that he's shown you that if you tell him don't turn it over, he can do that. Now see if you can tell him once or twice to just freaking actually make a play happen. Where right now it's we don't actually take any chances. Where the best things that Zach has done is literally end of half 2-minute drives, end of game, or when we're losing and he has to push the ball.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
up tempo when he's not thinking, just playing. That's when he's at his best.
And even last year when we had him trying to do nothing, he was awful, and he still is awful at times. Where I feel like he had a few really terrible plays, like we talk about the Brees one that he dirted,
That was terrible.
the 2 sacks he took on the last drive. What should have been the last drive.
Yeah, the first down sack, he was already outside the pocket too. So I don't know what he was doing, why he didn't throw that one away. And then 4th down, like that's your last opportunity. In theory, you got to throw it up to somebody.
I think for him on that one, what I thought was he saw pressure coming from the middle. So when he ran right, he didn't know that Thibodeau was coming from the blind side. But at the same time, you have to know, if no one's really open and no one has a chance, just throw it away instantly. And I think that's sometimes like a problem that you have with younger quarterbacks who are more mobile, because they're not like gonna panic. Like, I'm not saying like panic, but if Aaron Rodgers is in a situation, Aaron Rodgers is gonna throw it away because he's gonna know I'm not gonna be able to beat this guy to the outside. Zach's looking at the guy in front of him thinking, "Oh, I can beat him." And he doesn't know there's someone right behind him. And that's the same thing that happens on the fumble in the first drive, where I felt like I didn't really blame him too much, but like it was, he's trying to make a play and
just basic pocket awareness. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a clean pocket every time, but you got to be able to get outside. You got to throw it away. Like you just got to have a sense of those things.
Yeah, and defensively, I don't really want to be too harsh because I think the defense was great, but
don't rip the defense.
I'm not gonna rip the defense. I will rip, discipline, and I don't know if that's coaches or players. We often say it's coaches, but sometimes like the players just know.
If it happened over the course of multiple drives, I would say let's go in on them. But like you give up 7 points, especially a week after you just shut out the Eagles in the second half. Like I can't put any fault at all on the defense right now.
No,
at some point, yes, if they're making those penalties late in games and close games, it can come back to bite them. But it's good to learn these things when you're still getting wins.
I agree, but I would say the thing is, this is not the first game they've made these penalties. They've made these penalties all season, and like Chiefs game. I mean, obviously some of the refs screwed us.
Yeah, some of those.
But like there were some penalties that were actually just like stupid. And it's not the first time it's happened. And I think I would just like to see a little more calm at times. And I know players will come on Twitter saying like Jermaine saying he knows better, he will be better. And I respect that and I appreciate that. So I'm not, like I said, I didn't want to get on them, but I just want to say, coaching wise, like discipline things, those are things you have to eradicate as coaches. And it's just like punt team encroachment. When does that ever happen? That is like so bad.
That might have been the worst one, actually.
And it's not even
Considering
like
how much time was left in the game, that one was just inexcusable.
I would say at the position Clemens is, and I know Clemens has blocked the punt before, but you typically don't expect the person in the middle to get that punt block. So it's not even like he should be the one like chomping at the bit trying to get at the at the punter. Like it would be the ones coming from like those kind of like winger areas who are getting through or who are getting the blocks. So like I was so just like fed up when I saw that. But like I said, I don't really have any problems with defense. I think looking forward at these 3 weeks before the Giants game, I said the only game losable in my opinion was the Giants game. I felt like I really want to be 6-3. We got to beat the Chargers. Their offense is good, but they haven't actually done well against good defenses. They put up 17 against both the Chiefs and the Cowboys. They at times don't look good. They have like good drives, and then there's other drives where they're just awful. And I think if we can actually score some points, with our defense, we stand to like benefit off of Staley's bad decisions. Like if we can get out to a lead, we will put Staley under pressure to be like sometimes in a fourth down situation, like I got to go get this, and that's when our defense can really
for 2 weeks in a row coming up. You can make an argument the Jets actually have the advantage at head coach, which is nice to be able to say for once.
I agree. I think we're really at an opportunity right now to like completely take advantage of our destiny. Where we're talking about Rodgers coming back, and I know you guys mentioned like when he wants to come back, he'll come back. But I think it's really interesting in that it's obviously unlikely. But if we were to come out with these next 2 weeks with wins, and we're sitting at 6-3, to me that gives Rodgers some room to not try and rush himself back. In that if he's going to come back this season, it'll happen. But if you're in a good position to actually like, because then after that we still have more winnable games.
I think either way, I mean, it'll be viewed as him rushing back if he plays at all this season. I mean, what he's doing is unprecedented for an ACL tear.
But the more you can hold off, the more you can hold off, the better it is to me.
Yeah.
Like the longer we can hold Rodgers off, because my biggest fear is Rodgers comes back, he re-injures it.
Don't even say it. Don't even say it. Don't even put that into the atmosphere.
Yep. Sorry. I'm taking it back. Just let it retreat back into the darkness.
Let's just get to that point where we've got meaningful games in December, and if he feels like he's good to go, like let's just embrace it and have some fun.
Yeah. So I just want to see the offense. Also a big problem I had, screenplays. The Giants literally came into that game only looking to blitz on so many of their plays. And something I think I made a comment on it over the past decade. Like if you ask me the one biggest play we have struggled to cover as a team, it's screenplays. We've been killed by screenplays so many times over this past like 10 years, and I would say that's the biggest play we stink at executing. I don't understand. Like the Giants are literally overcommitting a lot of times in these plays because they're so eager to get after the quarterback. Like Thibodeau, right? We made him look like an All-Pro. And he had been struggling.
He's a good player, though, man.
I mean, he's good, but he had been struggling to start the season. Like there were people. I don't get with like the Twitter heads trying to like troll every player, but like there was a reason that some people were talking trash about him on Twitter. He was not good. He was not great.
I mean, he's got 8 sacks.
I mean, sacks comes in different forms and varieties.
Is he the new George Kittle?
No, I'm not. You're not going to.
Kittle's been tearing it up the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean, when Eagle goes down, I think he's a good player, but I'm not going to get on defensive line takes. I do not claim to know enough about the line to ever start with that. I will talk about receivers though. I think Lazard needs to step up. Outside of Garrett, we're really just not creating separation in my opinion.
You make an argument everybody on offense needs to step up at this point. Obviously, they face some adversity with all the injuries on the O-line, but receivers got to do better, getting separation, making catches when balls hit them in the hands. And then, like, to me, the biggest thing is still the quarterback. Help everybody around you, elevate everybody around you. When guys are opened, like, those are the plays you got to hit. So, Javid, appreciate you calling in, man. I got to get Jose on, and I got to eat some dinner.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
thank you for the time, man. Appreciate it.
Sorry about the black screen.
All good, man.
I don't know what that is.
All good, bro.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right, let's wrap it up with Jose. Jose, what's up, man?
What's up, PT?
How you doing, man?
Better than I was Sunday with that horrible, disgusting garbage game that we all had to watch.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched it until Zach took the sack for the 10. Then I changed it to the.
You turned it off? You didn't see the end?
I had you guys on.
Okay.
I had you guys on. That was the next best day. I had you guys. I was getting the reaction. I couldn't change it back because I was home by myself.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
I lost it at the very end once Zach took that
I
sack.
know you did.
That was it. If they would have lost that game, like I never would have recovered from that. As far as like trying to support him and rooting for him coming out there, I'd be like, nah, see somebody else. But he lives to see another week, so.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done with it. And they won. I don't care that.
As long as they're winning, I'm not going to say I'm done with him. Like, if you can win ugly and he's going to be a part of that, like, I'm okay with it. But, like, going back to what I was arguing about 2 weeks ago, I just don't know if that level of play is sustainable where you're literally not converting in the red zone. It's the worst red zone offense in football, worst passing offense in football, worst third down offense in football. All of that eventually comes back to bite you, I think.
And if you remember, I was one of the few that agreed with you.
You did. I saw your video. I appreciated the support then when I was getting attacked. That meant a lot.
I didn't. Oh, my sister is that.
Hello, Sister Rodriguez.
For Halloween.
We're leaving, okay?
All right, I know.
See you later.
Bye.
And congrats on Leonard Williams, too. Another former Jet joining that defense.
Yes. The first place Seahawks got Leonard Williams.
Look at you guys. Maul, Gino, now Leonard.
All the ex-Jets.
Jets West over there.
All we needed Mark Sanchez to be the backup. I'm kidding. Well, PT, how was your day as a teacher on Halloween?
How was my day as a teacher on Halloween?
Yes.
You want me to show you?
Yes. I don't case again.
I had to break it out. The kids usually enjoy it, so
I had that.
I break it out once a year when I'm not doing just constantly with it.
Well, PT, I'll let you have your dinner. My condolences to Tyrone and his family. Love you, Unc. And to the job. Love you guys. How we get to 700 subscribers on YouTube, please.
Yeah, definitely go follow Jose. Appreciate you calling in, man. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Halloween.
Night. Love you guys.
All right. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. Thoughts and prayers out to Tyrone and his family. Me, Jay, Ed, and Rob might be live this week, but we might not because Jay is getting married. So I'm flying out there Friday. So we might not be doing the show this week, but we'll be back live with everything next week. Talk to you guys later.